Oh, we are live. We are live. Hello, everybody. Sorry, there was a bit of confusion. Wow, I made a mistake. I converted the time incorrectly, and I had our live stream going up early. Unbeknown to me, I know. This was always going to be a risk when the sleep starts depleting.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but I am nervous and anxious and excited. It's event number 5 of the Heats of World's Strongest Man.
Yes.
We're going to know 5 athletes that are guaranteed into the final. We obviously know Mitch Hooper is into the final. We pretty much know
Alexei Novikov. No, he is. He doesn't have to do anything. He's more than 6 points ahead, I believe.
But we have some exciting groups that all sorts can happen. I was looking in
Group 1, Group 4.
Group 2, is it, with Alexei's already through, but you've got potentially, think about this, right? Luke Stoltman is 1 point ahead of Thomas Evans. Thomas Evans is 1 point ahead of Gav Delto. Imagine if Gav comes first, Tom is second, and Luke is third.
I know that knocks.
They will all be on the same points.
What would happen then?
Then it would come down to last man. So if Luke was last out of those 3,
then
he would miss out. But they'd all be on the same points. That's what's so bad about this stone off.
No matter what, it's going to be heartbreak because Luke and Gav are so popular. Thomas Evans is just having an incredible year, and he's done so well. People want to see him do well. Obviously, it didn't go right for him on the Conans. He ended up last, which has really dropped him down in the points.
But so all we know for sure is that Novikov is into the final, and that Mitch Hooper is into the final. Matt Ragg is the next person in the group.
Matthew Hooper in the final.
And even group 5, like Evan and Treya stretched away from Athor, but Athor's so far ahead of Paul Smith. So Athor is definitely going to be in a stone off.
Yeah.
The likelihood is, well, it's hard to say the likelihood.
No, it is hard to say on that one because it's very close.
I think Athor could cause people problems. And this is another thing that some of the athletes like Novikov and Mitch will be really happy about. They'll be looking now at the stone off thinking, whoever, like either Trey or Evan, is going to be in a battle against Athor. So that's going to be draining. Brian Shaw is potentially going to be in a battle with Rauno or Yako. More likely Rauno. And the likelihood is that Brian would beat Rauno, but Rauno will fight. And that's going to annoy Brian because he's going to have to do extra reps and drain energy.
Harder than they have
Tom
to.
Stoltman, as good as he is at stones, he's not going to want to be in a big battle against like a Pavlo, for instance. Or, any of the guys, they don't want to expend they don't want to expend too much energy. So could be interesting.
Is the only one where 4th has a chance, says Farmers.
Yes,
Dave, thank you for the
it's true. Group 2 is the group 2. Like I said, it's potential that after the throw, they're all on the same points. That is a potential reality.
Is that if Gav wins?
If Gav was first out of the 3 of them, if Tom was second and Luke was third.
But if Alexei gets in between,
then it's different. But I'm just talking about if that was the case.
Yeah. So. And that actually could be quite a likely scenario in that group. We've seen Gav win. It's a different event, but the bag over bar at the Arnold's UK, beating the likes of Alexei.
Gav's training has been going very well on throwing as well.
Gav needs to keep his cool on this one. I know there's a lot of Gav fans out there that would.
I like all 3, so it's a difficult one, but
it's a heartbreak.
Yeah, I think
no matter what, because one of them won't even get to do the stones. I hate the stone off so much. Dorian,
we're all hyped.
Yes,
we are all hyped.
We are all hyped.
Excited. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Liz is mourning for Rauno. Rauno's got a chance. If Brian wins and Rauno comes second to him on the kettlebell, and then someone can get between him and Yako, then it's Rauno versus Yako on the stone off, which will be very, very different to Rauno versus Brian. So, and we expect Brian to win. So it just depends on how everyone else places.
No word from the floor. I've been told it should be starting fairly soon.
Yes.
But nothing as far.
I spoke to Rauno and he said they went to the venue, back to the competition venue out to warm up. He wanted to get some warm-up throws in. So we went to the actual where they'd be doing it in the competition. Was able to throw a kettlebell, and then when Mitch and Bish, I think, went to do it, they were told, no, you can't warm up here. So he managed to sneak in. So he was happy with himself.
Fred is there. What's happening, Fred? Let us know what is happening in the comments below.
Gav, drama. There is drama. You can follow these scores yourself either on the World's Strongest Man website or Strongman Archives, where this is where we're getting our information from that, and people who were there and kind enough to fill us in with extra snippets of information.
Eddie's getting ready, apparently. So Eddie will be the first athlete.
Group 1 is interesting now as well, because Luke Stoltman has to go first on the kettlebell throw. Luke is in third right now after the Conans.
Does he have to go? Is it reverse of the last event?
That's what Dale said. Yeah, that's what he called you to tell you.
Yeah. No,
reverse order from the last event. Yeah, and not overall standings.
I just saw an Eddie's going, so that might be an Eddie's doing a TV link.
Yeah, Eddie Hall is doing a TV link. Yes,
Okay.
Please full name the people that share names.
Eddie H or Eddie W?
Yes. Shelby, thank you for becoming a member, and Scott, thank you for the super chat. The last stream chat are mathematically eliminated. There's always a chance of someone dropping to injury, so on the off chance, you best keep trying.
Absolutely, there's no point in giving up. You should never give up.
Yeah. And we have seen before when someone hasn't been able to do the stone off, they've brought in the next guy. So you'd want to be that next guy if that was the case.
It's just an unlikely event that people hurt themselves.
It's an unlikely scenario.
And let's hope no one does hurt themselves. We hate seeing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's the worst thing that can happen. Fingers fingal. Thank you for the super chat. Will Mitch try to win the kettlebell even though he doesn't need to, just to have the clean sweep?
I think he'll be tempted. I think he'll have the advantage of going last, so he'll see what is needed, and I think he will make a decision there and then. I spoke to him just after. He's very happy. He's not feeling too beat up. He had to work hard on the Conans, but his body feels good. So I've said, see how you feel, see what you've got to beat, and make a decision there and then. But there is a chance that Mitch could be the first person ever to win every single event in a heat.
Someone else has, but it was in 1990, I want to say, was it 4? When there was 10 groups with 4 guys in it. What year was that?
Magnus Samuelsson potentially could have won his...
And they won 4 out of 4.
He could have won 4 out of 4, but there was only 2 of them left in the group.
Yes, I was going to say it was something like that. It was quite a
I would have to check.
Unique scenario, yeah.
But it would be an amazing achievement when you looked at how stacked that group was to start with.
Although I do feel that Group 1 has become the true group of death at this point. If you look at their overall standings as if all 30 were competing.
Well, you think if Bobby...
You've got 3 or 4 in the top 10.
If Bobby didn't cramp on the log, he could potentially be on top of that group.
Yeah.
And, that is a tough group between those 3. All, Tom, 2-time champion, Bobby, great strongman, Pavlo, Europe's strongest man. They are all beasts.
People asking how is Jako's kettlebell? We don't know. And this is the hard thing about guys coming from the OSG route. We don't have as much information about them as we do other guys.
I think we've had Eddie go on the kettlebell. So obviously Eddie's going reverse overall order.
Okay, that changes
Eddie did
things.
6 in 36.40.
How many implements is it? 7 or 8?
I think it's 7.
Okay.
I will see if I can find out. 7 implements.
7 implements in total.
Yeah. So he's done 6, which is decent.
Shade 89, thank you for the super chat. Shade is there in person. I feel like you right now, Liz, with Rauno. I'm so nervous for Luke. I can barely watch this. As much as I absolutely love Gav, I'll be gutted if Luke doesn't make his stone off at least. It's so hard when you're supporting someone. It's really hard. I've been through it many times with Lars, and for some reason we choose to continue to put ourselves through it. But the highs are worth it, aren't they, Lazo? To endure the lows. It's competition. And yeah, it's hard. Marina Del Rey, thank you for the super chat. I hate the stone off unless Rano wins it, then I'll love it. He's done such a great job this year. In another group, he might have won the group. This is the thing as well. Like, when we compare across groups, you don't have to bring gamemanship into it, because like Alexei, which event was it? I can't remember, but he just did what he needed to do to win the deadlift. There you go. He won the deadlift in that group with 6 reps.
Yeah.
But what if he was against all 30? He would not be doing 6 reps. So it's hard to know what they're all capable of when they're not all against each other, because they only need to beat the guys in their group.
Absolutely.
But I agree with you about the stone off. No matter who wins. Golden Knot, thank you for the super chat. Time to see who's the world's biggest tosser.
Indeed, who is the best tosser on the planet? Probably a strong man.
Definitely a strong man. Jason, thank you for the super chat. Due to rising overall level of competition, World's Strongest Man now need at least 12 finalists. We had it in 2014 and everybody loved it. It's a shame they never did it again.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No, I don't know why, because the fan feedback was really positive. It didn't seem to cause any problems when we were there.
It'd be interesting when we
can
kind of put everything together and see where scores are overall in terms of each individual event as well.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see.
Chatting there, maybe Loz and Brian measure grip strength soon. Everyone wants to see.
Brian and I could beat each other at different things.
Yeah, you could, because you have different grip strengths, don't you?
Yeah. But it'd be just cool to train with Brian, one of the greatest of all time.
Everyone wants to see you on Brian's blob.
I'd like to have a go on them.
Solid Jacken. Thank you for the super chat. I want so many different guys to win this year. Brian, Tom, Evan. I'm so conflicted.
Yeah.
It is hard. And then you've like put together a podium and you think, hold on, I'm missing off these incredible athletes. How could it be that they wouldn't be on a podium? Yeah, Eddie Williams missed the last bell.
No, 6 is good.
6 is really good. And he's not going to make it easy for people. What time was it in? 6?
36 seconds. 36:40.
Where would they change the order rules again? To be fair, this is kind of more expected because technically this is the last event.
So basically, that argument that we had, I was right.
Well, apparently, according to Dale, you weren't right, but now it seems to have changed.
But Dale was wrong and you were wrong.
I wasn't wrong. I wasn't saying that's how it would be. I was saying they could do it that way. And you were like, what?
And it looks like I'm right.
Is your granddaughter single? He wants to ask for dinner. Granddaughter. How much older are you than me?
5 years.
Yeah, 5 long years.
I know.
Anthony, thank you for the super chat. # World's Strongest Man. Stone off. There you go.
Yes.
We agree.
We've
never liked it.
Very similar.
No matter what the results and how they may have benefited us or someone, someone we're supporting, we've never liked it. We don't like it one bit.
No.
Pa Stretton. I wonder, for the guys that are eliminated, as in it's not mathematically possible, I wonder if they're all still going to go all out. What do you reckon, Lozzie?
I think Eddie Williams did there.
Yeah.
Looking at that, that's a very solid performance on the
technically, he's... Oh, yeah, no, he was an eliminated athlete, yeah.
Par's eliminated as well,
yeah.
But you've got to keep trying.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Pride is on the line still, and also your placing overall could determine if you get invited back.
There's also prize money on the line.
Yeah,
you get more money depending on where you place in your groups.
Group, yeah.
So the athletes will keep fighting. It's not a huge amount in the groups, but
it's still an incentive, isn't it? And especially on an event like this that is relatively risk-free in terms of strongman events. Yeah. Michael, thank you for the super chat. I love that you guys are doing all of this. Finally, a community of people that obsess over this as much as I do.
We love our strongman community. You guys are amazing.
People here.
And we're growing. The community is growing. The channel is growing. What are we up to on subscribers now? We went over 134,000 today. So we're at 134,077 total subbribe. That is incredible. Thank you so much.
Here's the culprit, Dale, giving us bad information.
Dale giving me the wrong advice.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think he's got other clients, other people that he coaches in this comp.
No, I know, right? He's playing mind games as well.
You're playing mind games with me. I think Pa might have done 6. I just saw Fred post in the comments.
Pa do 6. Nobody wants to be last in their group. Yes, because all of the last place finishers last year were not invited back. That's correct.
Absolutely. And not many of the 5th place either.
No. And
some of the 4th place.
Some of the new guys that they've brought in to replace them, Jaco Spoonwinkle and Matt Ragg, they've been absolutely incredible. Yep. So there you go.
And that's the thing, I'm very much a supporter of the best guys should be there, not based on past reputation.
Yeah. Pa did a peck bounce. That means Pa's having fun. Yeah, lots of doing a peck bounce. Yeah, no one wants to be in 6. Do we have any more results, Lazo?
We're just waiting for Pa's results to come through. Okay. So Pa did 6 in 31. So Pa is quicker for faster 6.
Than Eddie.
31.71. Now I know Pa and Gav have trained this together.
Okay.
And Gav was beating all the other Brits on this.
I'm not surprised. He's good at this. And, he's got that massive height advantage. But we haven't seen Gav go up against Tom. So
He's
we
not
don't
against
know.
Tom. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, it's a different group. What am I
He's against
saying?
Luke.
Sorry. It's all right. My head is in
I'm
group
sorry,
one.
yeah.
Please don't move on to other groups.
Sorry, I'm just kind of jumping ahead there. But that's
Yeah.
the group that's becoming very, very interesting.
Yeah. They're all interesting.
Yes.
Lucas, thank you for the super chat. Good morning, Liz. Cheers to a stress-free day and having fun watching this. Appreciate all the coverage.
Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, Lucas.
Glad you're
Very
enjoying
kind.
it.
Ooh.
People praying for Brian Shaw. People praying for Rauno. Loz is even more sexy than Pa. I totally agree. Pa met me and then grew a beard.
It's true.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But then, do you remember when he tricked us all? He used one of those filters that got rid of the beard.
Yes.
And I was like, Pa, what have you done? Because I remember Pa's face pre-beard. And you don't think anything of someone until they grow a beard. And then you
Yeah.
think,
The
beard
beard
really
suits
you.
him.
Yeah.
It does suit him.
It suits you too, though, does
It
it?
does. Yeah. Probably
does.
it suits most strong men because we've got fat faces.
Covers up the double chin, doesn't it?
Let's not beat around the bush. That's the reason we grow them.
Yeah.
It gives us a bit more length to our face rather than that moon round face.
Yeah. I feel like Thomas Evans will be superb at this. I feel like Thomas is going to be very good at this too.
Yes, he could well be very, very good.
Is Rauno good? Rauno is decent. He's not beating
He's a
Brian
solid thrower.
Shaw, but he's decent.
Mini Liz is in the house.
Been
Been on your bike ride? Good girl.
Jess, happy National Arm Wrestling Day.
Ah,
There you go.
I didn't even know it was National Arm Wrestling Day, but
Can't have
thank
that
you
during
very
Worlds.
much, Jess.
Thank you for the super chat. I've left everything on the bottom step. There we go. There we are, sorting out the rest of our lives. Oh, whoop. Where are we? I wish I could grow a beard, said Sarah. Stevenson, we all saw Eddie without a beard. Yes. And it can be quite the shock when suddenly the beard is gone.
Do you know who would be a shock without a beard? Bobby Thompson. If I suddenly saw Bobby without a beard, that would be a shock.
We may not even
Because
recognize
Bobby has
him.
an epic beard.
Yeah, he does.
And Janasha as well.
Yes.
Janasha's beard is thick and bushy.
Yeah. Well, for some people, you get to the point where you consider it just part of their face, don't you?
Yes.
And that there's nothing under there.
I know.
An abyss. If someone could comment with the Strongman Archives link, here it is. I will pin it. There's Catherine's. There we go. No, I can't pin it from there.
I can do it from
Lozzie can do it from there. Sorry, Catherine. Nearly put you in a timeout. There we go. There's not much functionality on here.
No, you'll have to find something new.
Beardless Eddie is the spitting image of Wee Man from Jackass.
That's funny.
Oh. Are all athletes doing the remaining events, even though some are already eliminated? Yes, they are. See, technically they're not eliminated. So the guy who runs Strongman Archives wrote it on there in the stone off column, knowing that they could not make the stone off.
Yeah.
They're not eliminated from the competition. They're still very much in. And like Loz said, they've still got their placing to fight for and prize money as well.
Yes.
So yes, they'll still all be in, barring injury. Farmer Dave, thank you for the super chat. Who's your call to get best overall in kettlebell? Brian.
Yes, I think Brian. That would be my pick.
Yeah, Brian. Can Mitch win without a beard? Who was the last beardless?
Zadrunas.
Oh, yes, of course. In 2014.
Did
Martins have a beard when he won? I don't think he did.
No.
No, I don't think he did. Did Thor? A lot of these guys grew
they
beards.
kind of grew beards because
when
of
they
the
got a beard
struggle.
struggle sponsorship. Yeah, like shit, I better grow a beard now. I remember Tom's when it first came through because it was so blonde. It was like,
is that a beard?
Yeah. What's that meme where they got that tiny piece of paper and a magnifying glass, like, trying to find Tom's beard? But it's grown out nice now.
Zadrunas for a long time was just very much clean shaven, whereas the other guys have some kind of facial hair or.
Blake, thoughts on random drawings to determine groups? I don't like that idea either, Blake.
I would
to
like.
Be honest.
Yeah, I kind of like to see seeds and then pulled out of different.
Then random
sort of
after
bags, and then
that.
random, yeah. But
yeah,
you know,
could cope with that. Hater XXX, thank you for the super chat. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. It helps the channel get out to more people.
Thank you very much. I feel like we
Tony
need a better
reminder.
name for Hater because he's lovely.
Yeah, hater is a lover, we've decided. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on an even bigger lineup for World's Strongest Man? Top 50 athletes in the world without groups. Too much or just more interesting?
Too
in your
much.
opinion?
Too
Yeah.
much. The last few selections get a bit iffy sometimes.
Even for us when we're trying to put together the top
I actually
30.
think 20 and no groups, or 24.
That gives less people an opportunity.
I think 24, but do 4 events, have a cut. Then do another 4 events, have a cut. So we go 24,
you would have to make
16,
sure
18, 8.
that those 4 include a variety. So you'd want like one power event, one moving event, one whatever event.
Yeah, but I think it would just be an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
And then obviously the people that get eliminated, you remove their scores and you reduce the scores so it would be the same as if
they were never in it, those people. Yeah. Thomas, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you creating such a wholesome community around Strongman. It feels like while we all want to win, they are also happy for other people's
Konstantin Janasha has been, and he's done 6 in 19 seconds.
Oh, considerably faster than the other 2.
93, just shy of 20 seconds for 6.
There you go.
Did not manage to get the 7th, but that was a fast 6.
And thank you very much, Thomas.
Thank you, Tom.
Those Strongman fans are lovely, though. When we go and meet people in person, everyone is so nice. Have you ever gone to a competition and met a horrible Strongman fan?
No.
A horrible Strongman fan picking on us.
Be weird though, because they're fans.
Yeah, I guess.
But
they might have people that they don't particularly like in the sport. But I've never seen or heard of anyone being anything but lovely. Beardless Loz was intense. He was, but that's because Peak Loz was beardless. Imagine Peak Loz with the beard. I think he'd still be pretty intense. We could have shaved it like razor sharp to make him scarier. You'd be jabbering over your chin.
Chin jabber.
Chin jabber. That was a really fast time. I know it's not all 7, but for 6, it's very good. I think we'll see a lot of people. Oh, Janasha's stuck on 5. Fast 6. I'm getting mixed messages here.
Janasha's just times up on the
leaderboard. Cool. Calling it Aethor wins the Kettlebell Toss. Interesting. Is that overall out of all 30 or in that group? In that group? Yeah, maybe. How did he do? No, they didn't throw at Europe's, did they? What am I saying?
No throw at Europe's.
Interesting. The one event that they didn't do. Very interesting. Jason, thank you for the super chat. My heart can't take it. I need to see Gav make it. I would be so chuffed for him just to make the final. If Tom knocks Gav and Luke out, I'll be floored.
There's a load of people training at Gav's gym right now and watching along.
Oh, man.
So they're going to have an intense wait. As
the gym called Area 51. Area 51. Yeah. We've been there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Yes. We're going to go down again.
Guys. I hope it's not too stressful for you.
Hope you're training hard, and I hope the big man does it for you.
Oh. Jorian, thank you for the super chat. Are we really discussing whether you need a beard to win World's Strongest Man? OMG. These are just coping conversations. Last night we were talking about duvets and quilts. Doonas.
Doonas, yeah.
Doonas. So 6 is the best so far.
So Tom will be up next.
Oh, Tom up next.
Yeah, Tom is stepping up.
This is important, but we've seen he doesn't need to get all 7 to be in a safe position.
No, he needs a fast 6 at least.
Yeah, but he'll I think the stone off is a safe position
for
Tom.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think he wants to be doing a stone off with Pavlo because Pavlo will really, really, really make him work.
He needs to not make a mistake though, because right now Konstantin is in first.
And Konstantin's the guy behind him. Yes. Konstantin wins and Tom does really bad.
So Tom needs a good solid 6 quickly or 7 steadily.
Oh my goodness.
I think Tom is capable of doing all 7.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, you guys look well rested. Do we? Thank you, Ron. I don't know if you're taking the mic. Do we look haggard?
I hope not too haggard, hopefully.
I'll have matchsticks. Keeping my eyes open later. These are long days.
Come on, Tom. People cheering for Big Tommy.
Do we know what Matthew Ragg is like on the toss? No, we don't. This is the problem. These guys are so hard to predict.
Tom did 6 in 21 seconds. So he's 1 place behind Janasha.
Second place right now behind Janasha.
So that's ahead of Janasha. That's That's fine for him.
Yeah,
Janasha
that's
can't
fine.
catch him.
Yeah,
And it's unlikely that two people get between them now.
Yeah.
With that time difference. You're looking at just over 1 second between them.
Yeah.
So I can't see Tom having any
No,
issues.
that's not
Tom
gonna
will
happen.
safely be into the stone off at worst.
Yeah. There we go.
Depends how Bobby and Pavlo do.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting now. Oh my goodness.
So is Brian the only person that's done all 7 on these?
I think so, yeah. When they had them in the group stages in 2018, I think it was, this exact same series.
Interesting. So 6 in this group is very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom missing the last. That's okay. I can't see that many people getting all 7.
Did you say 2018?
Yeah, group stages. I think 2 or 3 groups did it. Have a look. This is where he's like, wasn't even in the groups that year, Liz. You've lost your mind,
I was
Liz.
there that year. Can you believe that?
Obviously not in the throw group.
So yeah, Brian did. Oh, they had 8 that year.
There you
Brian
go.
did
8.
And
no one else to date, I bet.
Adam Bishop and Johan Els did 7.
Okay.
And then
that Bish is in the same group.
Johnny Hansen did 6. So it might have been different weights though.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
It was 8 implements from 21 to 30 kilos this year.
Matim J, thank you for the super chat. I have you guys playing in my office, in my living room, and I've just done my first super chat on my phone. Keep smashing, guys.
You.
Thank you so much. We're in stereo.
So this year is 7 between 20 and 31 kilos.
Okay, so it's heavier with 1 less kettlebell.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Tom missed the last one.
So next up will be Bobby Thompson. Come on, Bobby.
Bobby needs to get all 7. Like, if he places above Pavlo, he wins the group, depending on where Pavlo is in relation to everyone else. The maths.
Yeah, if he just needs to beat, like, there's only 1 point between them. So if they're tied, he just needs to be ahead of him by 1 place.
How far behind? And Tom is 1.5 points behind Bobby. Right.
But Janasha beat Tom.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, it's all very confusing. Thoughts on Thor coming back with a recent injury, and could he keep up with an in-shape Tom? Yeah, if Thor comes back, definitely.
If you saw, I don't know if anyone saw, Thor broke the weight for height record at the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah, last year.
The record breakers. His natural ability on certain events is unbelievable.
Yeah,
and I think Strongman would be way safer for him than to still compete at a high level than trying to chase the powerlifting all-time record.
Absolutely, definitely, because he wouldn't need to go to those crazy lengths to be good, because that's where his natural strength lies anyway.
He's a much more natural strongman than powerlifter. He's an amazing powerlifter, but chasing that world record is going to be super dangerous.
Yeah. Alex, thank you for the super chat. Not sure why seeds are seen as a bad thing. Athletes given a seed at the beginning of the year and it changed based on comp finishes would be smart. We totally agree. We don't see seeding as a bad thing. We think it's a great way to ensure that there's an even spread of the top talent in the sport.
And it also, like, as an athlete, it's almost nice to be kind of considered, you know, you put that work in, you win competitions, you do well in competitions, you're considered a top athlete by the promoters and the sport in general.
Reward for your hard work. But without a ranking system, it's very hard to have any...
A ranking system for strongman is very hard, but we like to try and put one together. We sometimes do our rankings once or twice a year, don't we?
Oh, it always causes a bit of controversy, doesn't it? Whoops. It's hard because, you know, you've got... and Tom... world's strongest man, but then when he competes in so few competitions, you've got other guys winning other things, it's very hard to compare them against each other. So
if you could, thank you for the super chat, Bitberg, if you could replace the current last
of each group, which group would you have wanted to compete in at your peak?
The current
if you could, I guess, replace whoever's in last place in the groups. So you could either be Eddie Williams.
I don't want to compete in any of these.
Which group would you fancy the most?
None, because the events are all terrible for me.
Yeah, that's true. These are horrible events for last.
Different year, different events would be a totally different story for me. But I don't like to look back. I had my time.
Pablo got 7. Is that right?
Pablo got 7. I don't know if Pablo's even been, but Bobby did not do so well. Bobby got 6.
Oh, okay.
But in 35 seconds.
Oh, no. Bad news for Bobby.
And I think, I haven't got the results for Pavlo, but his score is up as 6, so he may well have got all 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's saying 6 points.
So I think that will leave the top 3 the same, but it's going to be Bobby against Tom in a stone off.
Poor Bobby. Who did he have last year? Brian Shaw.
Brian Shaw last year, Tom Stoltman this year.
That is dreadful. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. Loz, were you a massive tosser?
No, I was a terrible tosser. I'm much better at throwing events now than I was when I was a good strongman.
More of a tosser now.
More of a tosser now, yeah. I actually practiced it a lot more towards the end of my career, and I've been training it a little bit recently. But I'm no top level tosser. I'm sort of mid-table tosser.
Do we have final?
Just waiting for.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Pablo's time. Apocalypse, thank you for the super chat. Dark Horse, Auntie Liz wins kettlebell toss. Joking aside, really do appreciate all the hard work you and Loz do.
Very, very much.
I threw a 26-kilo sandbag. Granted, it only went that high, and I had to matrix my way out of it.
You push pressed 50 kilos once?
More than that, Lozzie. It's like 55 for 3 reps.
There we go.
Sets of 3.
Yeah, Liz was training a few years back.
Don't you worry about me. I pushed something in a Clash. I was an equipment tester.
You pushed a truck.
Pushed a truck. There you go. In flip-flops.
In flip-flops.
Yeah, to tell them it was too light. Anything? No.
It's come up with 6 points. So I'm guessing that he's won.
Probably did do all 7.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No.
Wrong event. Sorry. Glenn, thank you for the super chat. Awesome coverage, guys. Thanks. Your channel was awesome and inspires me. Please give me a good luck shout out for my own health and fitness journey. Good luck to you, Glenn.
Good luck, Glenn. Smash those fitness goals. Whatever anyone's fitness goals are, go and smash them. You know, it doesn't have to be to win World's Strongest Man. If you want to get faster, stronger, lose some weight, put some muscle on, just be fitter and healthier, it's good to get out and get working on your fitness.
Question. Is it time for World's Strongest Man to be live on TV?
Yes.
100%.
We would love that.
Yes. It's all
we understand all the issues. We've spoken to the people that, you know, explain all the issues.
Yeah.
But we still want it to be live on TV.
Liz, every time you freak out and put your hands to your head, your nails are gorgeous. Thank you. That's the only reason I do it. I joke. Mint Group 5. E is explosive. Did well in Iceland. Yeah. Addy's talking about Athor winning in Group 5.
Athor's
he's such a solid athlete.
Good.
Yeah, he
very
is.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, Bobby tried the 7.
Bless him.
I know.
It's that cramp on that log that's cost him, really.
Yeah.
He's done well. Like, you look at his results.
He's
third
really
on the
well.
loading, which was awesome. He won the deadlift. Third on log. Third on log. He could have been first on log. That's where he's lost some points. He was third on the Conan's wheel, which is amazing for Bobby. Kettlebell. We just got to. It's not enough on that one.
Nope.
1, 2, 3 guys have beaten him. He's only beaten Eddie Williams on the kettlebell.
Shanklin, thank you for the super chat. So much for my predictions. These groups are tough. A lot of people's predictions fallen apart completely, thanks to the likes of Yako and Matt Ragg, who a lot of fans didn't know much about. Anyone who follows OSG will remember how good they were there. And also these guys, Yako's been competing in South Africa. Matt Ragg has done some internationals in Australia, but it was like pre-COVID time. And obviously he's come on a long way since then. But they are both very good.
Yeah.
I spoke to Yako before Worlds when I was doing the Meet the Athlete series, because there was so much we didn't know about him. And he was like, oh, yeah, training's going really, really well. I'm being quiet on social media. I want to be a pleasant surprise.
He certainly has been.
He has been, yeah.
He's really been a surprise. It's going to be interesting. I was just looking at the groups thinking of our predictions.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be that far off, but there are a couple of surprises. Obviously, Kilishkovsky, big surprise.
Yeah.
We kind of thought Kilishkovsky or maybe Ivers would get through with Mitch Hooper in that group. Now, Mitch Hooper is through, but it could well be Matt Ragg, could be Ivers still. Obviously, not going to be Kilishkovsky. Group number 4. I remember we said Brian Shaw and one of anyone.
Yeah.
We said Rauno's got a chance. We said Kevin's got a chance.
We did say that one.
That was so hard to predict. And we even said Yako could well have a chance, but I certainly wouldn't have expected him to be winning the group going into
into the
event.
kettlebell.
So he really has been amazing.
Destiny, thank you for the super chat. Scared to jinx it, but so glad to see Evan healthy and doing well this year, and hopefully on his
So
way
are
to
we.
his first final.
Yeah,
Knock
absolutely.
on wood.
Really
Yeah.
good to see him doing well.
We've been waiting, haven't we? It's been, what is this, his 4th year at World's Strongest Man?
Yes. So, okay. So on the kettlebell toss, Pavlo only did 6 as well.
Okay.
But he did 6 in 18:09.
Wow, that is fast.
Very,
Yeah.
very quick.
Very good. So the final
So he is
scores
qualified.
then. He has won the group.
Pavlo is ended up on 25 points, winner of group number 1. Tom Stoltman is half a point ahead of Bobby Thompson. So Tom Stoltman finishes on 20.5. Bobby is on 20. These two will go into the stone off.
That's exactly what we predicted would happen. Pavlo would win that group, and it would be a Tommy
Tommy and Bobby.
versus Bobby on the stones. I don't want to say what we predicted would happen next, but I think you guys can guess.
Most, you know, as much as I love Bobby and he's worked hard, stones are his weakest event. Yeah. And he's going against, right now, the best stone lifter in this competition.
Great. I'm at work feeding cattle, listening to you guys. Feeding cattle. That sounds like nice work that I'd like to be a part of.
Liz has got like all these ideas of jobs that she wants to try for like one time.
When I'm done, like when I'm retired, I want to do lots of different jobs and just try them out. Like I've never served people. I want to be a concierge in a really fancy hotel for like a couple of weeks just to see how it is. I think I could serve very well. And I want to have the job.
Me if you like.
No, I'm not serving you. And I want to serve rich people. I want the job at the airport where I can drive one of those things around the terminal.
The little buggy things.
Yeah, drive all the old people around. I'd like that too. And I would like to work
what
on
jobs
a goat farm.
Would we like to see Auntie? We could make a YouTube channel of it.
We could make a series of it, couldn't we? Absolutely. Andreas, thank you for the super chat. Best strongman tattoo ideas. Thanks for being fire.
Well, you know, I guess it depends on lots of situations. Luke's tattoo of Tom is really cool and very personal to them.
Tattoo, yeah.
So that's got meaning. I know
Janash has got one about deadlifts.
Yanni Vertanen has the World's Strongest Man trophy tattooed on his arm from when he won.
Janasha's got one about deadlifting.
No, Janasha has this tattooed on him as well.
Oh yeah.
He does. But
Andy Black's got it as well, hasn't he?
I don't know about Andy. I know he's got
a tattoo last year on his leg.
Yanni has this symbol with what WSM 2000 when he won.
Branded for life.
Yeah.
Guy, thank you for the super chat. Swimsuit competition instead of stone off. Yes, would love to see it.
Luke Stoltman would be happy with that.
Yeah, he would.
In his budgie smugglers.
I was going to say, I bet he's got an array of budgie smugglers for the occasion.
He's got budgie smugglers for every occasion.
Yes, he has. He even gifted you a pair, didn't he?
He did. You've seen me in them.
Paradwy would win swimsuit competition. Tom gets advantage as well.
Yes. So we will move on to group number 2. As group 2 stands, Alexei Novikov is through.
Through. Oh goodness, this one.
I mean, he'd have to 0 not to go through.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Then this is going to be tight. Luke Stoltman, Thomas Evans, and Gav Bilton. 2 points between the 3 of them. So Luke Stoltman is on 16, Thomas Evans is on 15, and Gav Bilton is on 14. Area 51 is going to be going mad with excitement.
A lot of people are shocked that Pavlo beat Janasha. You shouldn't be. The 2 times we've seen him do throwing in competition, he's won it. So now the 3rd time, he is very
Pavlo,
good.
we've been super impressed with Pavlo. If you watch Pavlo from last year's Worlds, he was unbelievable. He was just in a really tough group. But the events this year have been much more favourable to him, and he's gone away and worked hard and got better. He's just won Europe's Strongest Man.
Feeling really confident.
He could potentially finish in the top 5.
Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. Billers, Barbell Coaching, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi Lars, got my first strongman comp in 2 weeks. What is one tip you would give me?
For anyone doing their first competition, go there and enjoy it. Don't put pressure on yourself. Go there and enjoy it. Focus on a game plan. So you've got targets that you want to beat. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Focus on hitting PBs. Focus on one event at a time. And regardless of how that event goes, the first event goes, move on to the next one. You've got to be good at clearing your mind, whether it goes good or bad, at moving forwards. And just stay hydrated, enjoy the experience, ask questions. and just have fun.
Mikey, hello from Malaysia. You guys, this is intense.
It is.
Thank you
How
for
you
joining
doing,
us,
Mikey?
We've been to
Love to go back to Malaysia.
Yeah, really nice. Really, I love the food in Malaysia as well. We're all about that. Terrata with a question here. Do the eliminated athletes stay for the finals?
They do these
stayed
days.
there, yeah. Never used to. Used to get shipped off if you didn't make the final, which was just more insult to injury, really, wasn't it?
But now they get to hang about and enjoy watching.
Watching it instead.
I'm sure a few of the athletes will be having a bit of a tipple tonight, a nice drink.
Yes, definitely. And it's very nice for the fans as well who are there, and they get to
hang around,
hang out with the athletes who no longer have that.
And there's no stress then. They get a few days to just chill and enjoy watching the guys in the final.
Yeah. Fun way. Thank you for the super chat. What odd objects would be entertaining to throw? Rain kegs were fun. Kettlebells look cool too. Boom boxes, maybe. You know what? We've seen, what was it? A washing machine?
Washing machine throw?
Yeah.
Little people?
Oh, no, that's
it's not fun, but I've seen it.
Yeah. In Strongman?
No, not in a Strongman comp, but I have seen it.
Yeah. Boom boxes sounds cool, but nothing more impressive than a washing machine throw overhand.
The only thing with the washing machine, it just smashes everywhere.
That's why it's great.
Yeah. Breeze blocks. I've seen them.
Yeah. They've done the gold bullions as well, haven't they? Which is quite cool.
Someone mentioned them yesterday in the stream.
Liz the farmer. I am ready.
She's ready.
Liz, the new concierge of the Continental confirmed. Liz will be a server and Loz will be a tosser. Oh dear. Mitchell Hooper's moose tattoo. Of course, he's got his lift heavy, be kind tattoo, hasn't he?
Yeah. It looks like Bobby was going real fast at 5, launched it, but was too far away.
It's such a shame. Got the trajectory
he had
wrong.
He had to just go for it. Unfortunately, it's not paid off.
Yeah, that is such a shame. I mean, we're acting like it's over, and it's not. He's in the stone off, but
he's got a fight.
Yeah, anything can happen in the stone off. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. I hope Bobby will be happy and proud of his showing at World's Strongest Man this year. What a fighter and a great strongman.
He is indeed.
He is.
Me and Bobby have spoken many times, and we both believe there's more chance of him winning like a Rogue Invitational or a Arnold's than potentially World's Strongest Man.
Yeah, just because of the Stones reliance.
But that doesn't mean we don't come and try our absolute best. And he's dug deep on every single event. Now he needs to dig deep on the stones.
Yeah.
He can actually do some of the other guys in the final a favor by making Tom work.
Yeah.
Just make him work as hard as he can.
Hip flipping. Pavlo would win the swimsuit. Of course he would. Of course.
Naturally.
Get him into the smugglers. Jorian, thank you for the super chat. Liz, come to Belgium and you can come work in my veggie greenhouse or feed in my sheep. That sounds delightful and like something I would actually do.
There you go.
Especially the sheep. Do you have any goats?
You love goats, don't you?
I do love goats.
Yeah.
Very gentle animals. Harry,
rooting for Gav.
Rooting for Gav. Thank you both for the live streams.
Right, how many Gav fans have we got? Have we got any Gav emojis?
No, we haven't. Do you know what? I need to write a list. We need a Gav. I think people want a handsome. What else do you guys want in members? There's so many members now.
We've got lots of members now, so let us know what emojis you want.
Yes. Rodders watching on the security cam can see bags live. Yeah, I think if you search volleyball webcam Myrtle Beach, then it should come up. Problem is, if we put it on, we'll end up ignoring you guys. So,
yeah, we won't put it on.
We won't put it on here. Manacle Moose, thank you for the super chat. Fun fact, Novikov did 897 degrees on the Conan's wheel at Europe's and World's yesterday. Is that right? Exact same degrees through different implements. Thank you for your coverage and expertise. You're a delight. Is that true?
Maybe.
You've got the archives. Come on, Ozzy. That's incredible if that is true.
He did 897 degrees at Worlds. And he did 897 degrees at Europe.
How funny is that?
That is
weird, isn't it? What are the chances?
Wow. Interesting fact. Thank you for pointing it out to us.
Enjoyed that one. Dan, thank you for the super chat. Janasha really got a bad group. He'd been in the stone off of any other group. Yeah. And do you know what? We we were a little bit down on Janasha. We thought, man, he's
I've
not
been,
looking
I've been
good
quite
after
impressed
Europe's.
with his performance.
Really
he's coming
impressed
in,
with Janasha. He's looking so
you
much
know,
better than he has the last
he
couple
did
of times we've
5 on the,
seen
he did
him.
all 5 on the loading in a fairly decent time. He got 6 on the deadlift. He got 4 on the log. Solid distance on the Conan's wheel, 633 degrees, which would have won some groups.
Mm.
You know, that would have been second in group 2. It would have been first, I think, in group 3. Wow.
Wow.
So second in group 3
There you
would have been. Third in group 4 and first in group 5. So, you know, he's done well. He's just in a really, really nasty
hard
group.
Grizzly would throw the washer all the way to Pluto. Yes, he would. Lily, thank you for the super chat. I did my first comp last month, lost really badly, but I had so much fun. And
That's what it's
on
all
every
about.
event. That's all
That is what it's
matters.
all about.
It's you against the weight in
You know,
them.
so many people are scared of losing, and I can promise you, like, you know, most of us have come everything from first to last in competitions. I look back at some of my old comps, and you know, I've been last many times, but you learn a lot when you come last, and it makes you go away and work harder and get better. And as long as you're having fun and you're enjoying it and you're getting better, that's what it's all about.
So for those just joining, group 1 have just been up on the kettlebell toss. So this group is finishing with Pavlo having won the group altogether. Bobby Thompson is in second place.
No, third. Tom's in second.
Sorry, Tom is in second place with 20.5 points and Bobby in third place with 20 points. So we're going to have a Bobby and Tom Stoneoff and Pavlo Cordiaco. Europe's strongest man is safely through
Pavlo
the group
Cordiaco,
stages.
25 points in that group. Tom Stoltman, 20.5. Bobby Thompson, 20.
Really
Constantine Janasha, 17.5. Para Dwyer was 5th with 13. And Eddie Williams had 9 points.
There you go. So group 2 up next. This bit's hard and brutal and harsh.
I'll tell you the results for Pavlo. Won the loading. Came 5th or joint.
Well, it was joint.
Yeah, joint last, but joint 5th technically on the deadlift machine. He was second,
joint third, but across 3 people.
Second on the log ladder. He won the Conans and he won the kettlebell toss.
And that's how you do it. We knew he was going to be really hard to beat in this group with these events.
Yeah.
But we also knew that Tom really...
I say it so often, but events really do matter.
Yeah.
And when an athlete is really good at them, it makes a huge difference. They're not always the best at everything, but if those events that you're good at are in a comp, it's game on.
Danny Wallace quote, like throwing a series of small children over a double-decker bus, which is of course illegal. Do you know what? I like the Danny Wallace commentary.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy that.
Okay, we've got a result from Fadi El Masri.
Thank you for the super chat.
He got 4 in 20 seconds on the kettlebell toss.
A lot of work to do with Fadi Lazo.
Yeah, indeed. He's very, very raw. This is World's Strongest Man. It's tough.
Anderson, thank you for becoming a member.
I coach some great athletes that I know aren't even ready for World's Strongest Man. Fadi's there and you know, performing. It's a very, very high level now at Worlds.
Jim, thank you for the super chat. What's the optimal strongman age when physical ability, wisdom, and experience are at their combined peak? Right,
say around
early 40s is still okay.
Late 20s to early 30s. They are your real peak years.
Prime years. It depends when you start, though, as well, doesn't it?
You can maintain that level,
yeah,
and you may get even smarter with tactics and stuff like that, but you do lose it in other areas. And Brian is doing amazing, but he's not as good as he was in 2016 and before then. It's a lot of people can't get their head around that because he's still really good.
Yeah,
he is genuinely really good.
Yeah, he is.
But he was amazing. Trust me, I competed against him in his prime. He was a monster. Now he's very good still, good enough to win. But he was better when he was in his prime.
Schoonfinger Fingerwinkle. Thank you for the super chat. Like the stream, people.
Schoonfinger Fingerwinkle.
Oh my goodness.
Like the stream and subscribe to the channel because Fingerwinkle said so.
There you go. Mango Fanta, thank you for the super chat. How many seconds could Loz stand in a Hercules hold? Would you like to see such event included at Worlds? If not, then what events do you prefer?
I'd like to see Hercules hold. It's been at World's Strongest Man a few times. I've done
was-
it before.
They're in 2020.
So the last time they did it in the final, JF Caron won the Hercules hold, and Mark Felix tried to beat it as a guest and couldn't.
Mm.
The reason being, the Hercules hold at World's Strongest Man is heavier than the Hercules hold at Giants Live.
Yeah.
So the best times are about 50-something seconds.
Whereas
I
it's
think.
1 minute
Well, it's
20,
yeah.
is it? Oh.
And Mark's grip is phenomenal, but varying it to sometimes being heavier or lighter makes a difference. JF Caron has an amazing grip. I was in the same group as JF Caron 1 year.
Not the best spectator event, though.
No, that's the only thing with it.
Boring to watch.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's a nice one when you know you're good at it, but it is boring for the fan. Although I think forward hold is possibly worse. It doesn't even look cool forward hold.
No, the Hercules hold visually
does
looks
look
cool.
cool, yeah.
I used to like doing the Hercules hold with cars. So cars on a
that's
ramp,
cool.
really heavy. The heavier it was, the better it was for me.
Yeah.
My endurance isn't so good, but my strength to just hold on to things is pretty good.
Anthony, thank you for the super chat. No stone off. Glenn Ross in Budgie Smugglers might not be able to unsee it. To each their own. I'm sure he'd get some votes.
Hey, there's people out there for everyone. That is for sure. And Glenn was a very strong dude as well.
Yes, and to some, a very attractive dude. Lee's not even paying attention.
I heard. I just tried not to.
Thank you for the super chat. How can Tom Stockman be beat by Pablo at keg toss? Pablo's a very good keg tosser. Well, it's kettlebell, but he's just very good. Like, the world's strongest man doesn't have to be the best at every single event in strongman. He just has to be the best.
This is
in
an
that
argument
one
I had with someone. Someone said
Yeah.
to me the other day that, oh, I would get my ass kicked by Tom on every event. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because it was just the stupidest thing I'd ever heard. Because if you go and look at my head-to-head with Tom and my best events compared to his, there are events that Tom wouldn't get close to me on.
Yeah.
But likewise, there are events I wouldn't get close to Tom on.
Yeah.
And
are we getting
it's making sure that you're, as well-rounded as possible.
Yeah.
And all these guys have events that they're really good at. No, there's no results yet.
Is there nothing? Has anyone been yet?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. I told you that one.
Oh, okay.
Faddy did 4.
Why is it taking so long for someone else to go?
I don't know. Probably interviews.
Oh, come, Gav, you can do it. Make Wales proud, says Sean. Lots of big Gav fans.
The last really high-level strongman from Wales
Yeah.
was Gary Taylor.
Yeah.
He was world's strongest man back in 1993. How crazy would the Welsh fans go if Gav was to become the world's strongest man?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I don't think he's ready for that yet, but he might sneak into that final.
Yeah, he definitely could get into the final. Would you both be keen on going scuba diving?
I like scuba diving. I've been a number of times, really enjoy it.
Not me. I nearly drowned snorkeling.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
It wasn't funny at all, Lozzie. It was very embarrassing. We were in Egypt on the Red Sea snorkeling, and no one offered me a life jacket. They must have thought I looked like a good swimmer. And I am okay, but we swam up for a long time against the current. And then I was like, oh man, I feel tired. And I looked and the boat was like a mile away.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
So Christian Haraldson has done 5 in 15:57.
Not bad. This guy, he got less than 30 minutes.
No, absolutely. But let's just show you everyone in Group 1 did 6 so far. 2 guys have gone in Group 2 that haven't done 6.
Group 1 was
Group 1 is a beast of a group.
Mm-hmm.
So the athlete that's going to get eliminated from Group 1 could potentially be top 5, top 6 at World's Strongest Man. That is the reality.
A sausage with a mustache for Gav for the
yes,
emoji.
Yes.
We could have Gav and a sausage with a mustache. How about that?
How's Gav's throwing? It is very good.
Gav is a good thrower.
Gav is a good tosser.
It just plays to all of Gav's natural strengths.
And Gav is a good stone lifter.
Yeah.
So
if he's in it, it will be a battle. Well, yeah, because Alexi's won.
Do you know what? I don't know why, but I think that possibility of them all ending on the same points there's a good chance it happens.
Oh, don't. My gentle heart cutter. I hate when someone gets knocked out because of the stupid rules. Yeah. If it's a clear cut, so-and-so is better than so-and-so. But when they're so evenly matched...
I feel quite strongly about it because it happened to me, where if I was allowed to do the last event, I could have still got through if it was just like a normal comp. And one of these guys is going to be in that situation.
Whenever someone's lost out because of that last event rule, I've never looked at it and thought, yeah, that's quite fair and reflective of how this competition went. Never once.
And it's never been like, oh yeah, that's how you want to see it go. You want to see that final event and see them all go head to head.
Yeah, it's horrible. I feed horses, cattle, mini horses, donkeys, and goats at a dude ranch in Arizona. Liz, you should come visit. I should. Thanks for all the great content. I would come. Where in Arizona?
We need to make this happen.
Yes.
We do want to do a trip to the States, don't we? And just kind of travel all over.
Yeah, not like go for a competition, actually just visit and look around.
Yeah.
Have a nose. Chris said, I effing love this stream. We're glad. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you all for joining us. 4,379 of you in the stream with us. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to the channel. It's I think we grew about 900 new subscribers yesterday.
We did. It was a great day. Amazing. So thank you all.
If we can do something similar today, it'd be unbelievable.
Elijah, Europe's strongest man, America's strongest man, and world's strongest man in one group. Mitch ends up coasting. Group 1 is really the kicker. Group 3 is still very hard as well. And that's even without Mateusz being, Mateusz the Terminator.
Let's remember, Group 3 had the winner and the runner-up from the Arnolds in. So let's not kind of
1 and 2 from the Arnolds.
Bobby was 3rd at the Arnolds. And you had 3rd from Europe, someone who's not been off the podium in 7 internationals.
What gets me,
Group 1 is beastly.
What gets me is someone like, if they're doing a spread of, say, 2 of the best top 10 in the world in each heat, then they either didn't consider Pablo or Bobby as top 10 in the world. And I think that was the mistake because they both are.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, group 2, it's a fun group to watch, but you've got Novikov, who genuinely should be a seed. And then you've got an argument to say, should any of these next guys be a seed?
Yeah.
Compared to like the likelihood you've got Europe's strongest man, world's strongest man.
I would have swapped either Bobby or Pablo out of Group 1 into Group 2 in favour of maybe a Thomas Evans or a Gav Bilton. I think that would have balanced both of those groups out perfectly. And that's all it needed. But there you go.
And we could say the same about Group 4 as well.
Yeah, Group 3 with Group 4.
Group 4 has no one other than Brian Shaw that's won something major.
No, and I don't think Britain's strongest man should be like, it's not like winning the World Tour Finals, is it? Which is a much bigger lineup of international competitors.
Sure. But on paper, you got Kevin Ferris, who's been 3rd at the World Tour Finals.
That's true. He was official qualifier.
But
Yako,
when you think the current Europe's and the current world's strongest man, plus Bobby Thompson,
never would have put them together. Never.
And Janasha.
We are having actual palpitations in Area 51.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, we know what it's like. Our hearts are with you.
So, Gav Bilton has done 6 in 1990, which would have been very good in Group 1.
Oh, okay, 6 in 1990.
That would have been 2nd place in Group 1.
To Pablo. Okay.
So that's how good Gavin's throw is. We're comparing it to Group number 1. He would have got 2nd place.
6 in 1990.
That's good.
So what position is Gavin right now? Is he the guy in 4th? Okay.
But his time is good.
His time is good. He's 1 point away from Thomas Evans in 3rd, 2 points away from Luke Stockman in 2nd. Something looks like it's okay.
So
I'm having palpitations.
Gavin's time is better than Tom Stoltman's time.
Yeah. Okay.
Gavin.
He's good. Oof. John, thank you for the super chat. John, to me, strongman is great for rehabilitation. Losing just gives you something to improve upon. My general physical ability has significantly improved, and you can't say you're competitive if you don't compete. Absolutely. There you go.
Do you know what as well? Like, even if you don't compete, strongman is great. Strongman movements are really good, and there's nothing. People think strongman's dangerous at all levels. It's really not. When you are pushing to extremes in any sport, it's dangerous. When you do it for fun and you're sensible and you stay within your limit, it's not. And it's really, really good. There's a lot of functional movements that are going to help your all-round movement and ability. I love training for strongman still, but I'm focusing on doing it in a much healthier way than trying to win world's strongest man.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's try and catch up. Adam, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Loz and Liz. Do you think Mateusz's struggle is more physical or mental, or maybe just bad events? I think it's a combination.
I think it's a combination. Yeah, I think it's a combination of a lot of things. But I expected better from him. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to make excuses for him. Obviously, there's
He's not
issues
in
going on.
shape,
He's
no.
not the best.
Yeah.
He's not the Mateus from a few years ago, but he did just come second at the Arnold's. He clearly has injuries, and it is horrible when you're training through injuries.
Yeah. Powerlifting, ma'am. Thank you for the super chat. Please, could you say hello to my husband, Stuart, and my 2-year-old daughter, Darcy?
Hi,
who are
Stuart
watching
and
with me.
Darcy.
Most surprising results so far, probably Mateusz, unfortunately, but
Mateus in a bad way and Matt Ragg in a good way.
Not Yako.
Yeah, Yako as well, actually.
Yeah,
Yako. Matt Ragg and Yako both, and they didn't even win OSG.
No,
They were
Spencer
second
was
and
the one who
third.
won.
Spencer won. OSG is the place to go if you want to get to World's Strongest Man. We've
Bronchopped.
got 3 new stars of strongman from that competition.
I can swim just fine, thank you. I was in the water for about 30 to 45 minutes, swimming against the current with no life jacket in a choppy ocean. And then I got tired and decided I need to go back and nearly drowned. The women are the future of the Hercules hold.
The women were
Like-
amazing on the Hercules hold at the team championships.
What is going on? What's your obsession with Loz's beard?
Would I shave? Yeah, damn right. For 90,000.
Yeah, you could grow that
course I
back in a
would.
week. Yeah.
If I got 90,000 just for charity, I would shave every hair on my body. It wouldn't even take that much.
No, and to be fair, Loz's hair grows back like super, super quick. So yeah.
Yes, if you want to give us 90k, I will donate it to charity and do it.
Yeah, and give you his beard.
Yeah,
There
you
go.
can have the beard. It's a bit grey at the moment. You might
Gav's
not want
going into that stone off, says Simon. Is that Simon, Gav's friend Simon? I'm not sure of his last
it.
name.
No, I don't know his last name either,
Okay.
but I know there's a lot of
Let us know, Simon, if it
fans
is you.
of Gav in
And
the
friends
house.
of Gav in the house as well, because we are all reduced to being here together to chow it out. Rob, chances sure gets all 7. I'd say 90% chance. Brian,
Someone just sent me a.
Brian doesn't have the luxury of going last in his group. He's
Brian's
going to
have to go for it.
before Rauno and before
Yes,
Yako.
it is Simon.
It is Simon.
Yes,
Hey,
how you doing,
there
buddy?
Go, Simon.
We hope you guys are all
That's it.
okay.
Simon comes to every competition with Gav, and standing with him at Europe. So I was talking to him, and I was like, "Do you find it really tough to watch?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like me.
Yeah, he is, isn't
He
he?
is. Yeah. Yeah, I think
Thomas
Brian's got
Evans,
a good chance.
5.
Oh,
5
that's
in
not good.
28 seconds. He is behind Christian Haraldson.
Oh, so that
Ooh.
could be Thomas out of contention for doing the
That-
stone
that-
off.
Gav has gone above him.
Yes,
So Gav is into the
definitely
stone
in
off.
the
Gav is
stone off.
100% into the stone
Now
off.
we just need to know, is he going to be in 2nd place or 3rd place?
Oof.
Oh, who gets the advantage? Or, yeah, because Thomas could still be in the stone off if Luke has a disaster. Is that correct?
Well, let's wait and see what Luke does. Let's
Yeah.
see. I think Luke
Luke
will be in a
is
good
quite-
place now that he gets to go after.
Yeah,
And
and know
he
what to do.
He knows he just needs to really focus on beating Thomas.
Oh my goodness. Have you guys ever tried skiing or snowboarding? We have not, have we?
I've been dry ski slope skiing. It's not as good as doing it properly.
No,
apparently.
I've
I
never
used to
been.
really like that kind of stuff when I was younger.
They're big, aren't
Now
they?
I don't know. I'd probably be scared of breaking something, but I would definitely like to go skiing, to be honest. I think more
Yeah.
skiing than maybe snowboarding. But
Yeah. You didn't
I
like
can see-
ice skating though, did you?
no, ice skating was terrible. But I was good at ice skating when I was little. When I was young, I used to love ice skating. When we first met, it was terrible, but I was
Yeah, we haven't
160
done
odd
it
kilos
since,
at the time.
have we? White Stallion Ranch, Tuscan, Arizona. Great for families. There you
we
go.
go.
There you go, everyone. Tuscan. Is that how it's said? Tucson,
Yeah.
Arizona. There you go. Sounds like
Thank you
somewhere
for
we'd
all
enjoy.
these suggestions.
You're beautiful. Elizabeth is okay.
Thank you
too,
very
from
much.
Lewis. Thank you, Lewis.
I appreciate it.
He's so happy now. Replace the stone off with a head-to-head event chosen by 2nd place from a pre-selected list of a few events. Oh, that would be juicy, wouldn't it? I'd take anything over a stone
No,
off,
we
to be
don't.
honest. At this
We don't
point,
like the stone off, do
well,
we?
we've had a stone elimination variation of sorts for 5 to 6, 7 years now.
It's been too long.
And I'm tired of it. We've had enough. Please, World's Strongest Man. Please. Simon, yes, Gav.
Area 51 are buzzing.
Good. Good, they should be. That was really good by Gav.
Gav is lighting up the Welsh fans.
It's interesting to see what Alexi does.
Alexi does whatever he needs to do now.
Yeah.
Well, he's already done what he needs to do. I don't think he tries that hard on this.
No, I don't think so either. Very happy, Simon. I'm more addicted to the women's strong than I am to the men's. I love Andrea so
Honestly,
much. Honestly,
the women are amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
And really fun to watch as well.
Very competitive.
Part of the sport that's growing massively.
Yeah.
Duke, thank you for the super chat. Child toss aside, a dwarf toss, progressive, say 25 to 40 kilos over bar into a foam pit. Chime in, you lot.
I'll let you guys discuss that one yourselves.
Yeah, I don't think we should
comment on it.
No.
Although,
next thing you know,
we could toss 3D strength.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah. And he must be a super proud coach right now. Well done, buddy. You've done an amazing job with Gav. He's stuck with you through thick and thin, and I'm so happy to see him have this chance of getting to the final.
Gav's first stone off. He just missed out on getting in the stone off last year, but again, he was in such a tough group.
But like, you think what Gav's been through.
Oh, I know, it's incredible. No,
and I for a while, I was very honest with my thoughts on Gav, and probably people thought I was being harsh. I've spoken to Gav about this personally, and it's just because I wanted to see him do well. And I am brutally honest with anyone.
Tucson, Arizona. There you go, Tucson, Arizona.
But it's so good seeing what Dale has done with him, and the hard work that he's put in, the improvement in his conditioning and fitness, and he is now, without question, a world-class strongman. So I know he's not in the final yet, but well done so far.
Luke, 6 kettlebells in 49 seconds.
So that would put Luke and
Gav
into the stones. 6 in 49 seconds is...
How many points is that?
So only Gav beat him.
Oh, okay.
So Gav will be ahead of Thomas Evans, and Luke is still ahead of Gav. So Luke has the advantage. So it's going to be a battle between those two.
Very interesting, Lozo.
Yeah. But Thomas Evans just at the last second.
I do feel bad for Thomas, but he should be so proud. He proved that he absolutely belonged in the original lineup of 30. Very exciting athlete.
There's still Novikov to go. So
yeah, that's true. Like, you never know.
You never know what Novikov will do. But currently, Gav is leading all 6 in 1990. Luke Stoltman has done all 6 in 49 seconds. So 6, but much slower than Gav. And if Novikov got between them, Gav would go ahead of him.
Yeah, Gav would. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Interesting.
The real Johnny Bravo, thank you for the super chat. Tucson pronunciation.
Thank you very much.
We also have a great strongman scene here, year-round training weather. I do like places with year-round training weather.
Absolutely.
We've
like
had
nice
a long,
weather, don't we?
crap winter, haven't we, Loz? Terrible.
We do. We have.
The Brits know. The Thinker Teacher, thank you for the super chat. Saying hi to my love Pamela, who is watching from work. I think Rob deserves to be here, especially in a year where there are no grip events. I know. Do you know what? These weren't bad events for Rob.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame for Rob. He's just never been able to pull it together at Worlds. It is a shame. And I do think...
I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. Stacey, thank you for the super chat. Anyone else think Gav is a spitting image of the dad of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Oh, yes. Apart from you can see Gav's eyes because he doesn't have their massive overdeveloped eyebrows or brow bone, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, man.
On a scale of 1 to 5, how Stoltman spicy is today? Both Stoltmans in a stone off. Can they both win their stone offs? They both did in 2019.
They both can. They're both very good stone lifters. They certainly can.
Lots of people really wanting Gav to get through that group.
I think it's because everyone just everyone loves Luke, but everyone loves Gav.
Yeah.
I mean, it's disappointing to lose someone, but
it is. It's disappointing. We've already lost Thomas.
I think just because Gav's never been in the final, you kind of root for him, don't you?
Yeah, I think also we've all sort of feel like we've been on this journey with Gav, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like the sort of ups and downs and the bumps along the way.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
and he's come second at Brits this year. Obviously, he was injured at Europe's, which was disappointing, but he's bounced back.
Novi to do Luke a favour. It is not, if Novikov considers Luke the better athlete, it's not in his interest to do him a favour. And
I don't think he can really do much of a favour. You've either got to go for it or you don't go for it at all.
Yeah, or he just bombs there's not much you can do.
Yeah, you'd need to be extremely confident in your throwing just to think, okay, I'm going to do 6 and get between the two of you.
Yeah, but that wouldn't do Luke a favour. That would do Gav a favour.
No, do Gav a favour.
Yeah.
So he either
But
doesn't
the question is would he do Luke a favour?
well, he either just doesn't get involved at all and won't go ahead of
Flat
them
out,
both.
yeah.
Like he'll maybe just do 5 or 4.
He'll probably just put on a little bit of a show.
Yeah, I can't see him
Novikov.
trying to do anyone a favour.
No.
I think he'll either just try and win or he'll just do a couple and leave it at that.
Without YouTube, do you think Strongman would have grown as fast as it has in the past 4 to 5 years?
Without social media, it definitely wouldn't
No.
have. YouTube, Instagram, all those things have made a massive difference.
Mm.
Also, something else that's really helped Strongman is CrossFit.
Yeah.
CrossFit getting popular has allowed people to try some form of strength training, realize they like that more than the fitness side of things, and develop go into. That's where Andrea came from. Andrea did CrossFit before she did Strongwoman.
Also, I told my wife, I see Frank on Eddie Hall's video. She said, "Who's Frank?" I said, "I don't know, but it."
Was he in the background?
Who is this Frank?
Frank. Oh, Frank.
Fred.
Oh, Fred. Yeah. Sorry. yeah. Maybe he means. No, we don't have a Frank.
Do you mean Fred? I'm getting confused now. You see where my confusion comes from?
Yeah, now I see why you're confused.
Do you mean Fred? Liz, you are now safe. Gav knocked out my 5th.
So,
oh, yes, Fred.
There we go.
Yes.
Alexei just did 1. So he didn't get involved with that battle.
So has he not been disqualified from the whole competition then?
It appears not. So Alexei Novikov saving his energy. So Alexei Novikov wins the group with 23.5 points. Luke Stockman in second place, 21 points. Gav Bilton is in the stone off with 20 points. Thomas Evans slipped down to 18 points. Christian Haraldson stepping in last minute to replace Ian Bibby is on 15.5, and Fadi Al Masri on 7.5 points.
So Adam saying with Luke and Tom both in stone offs, I think it's safe to say it's going to be a super spicy stone off.
It is indeed.
Last time we saw this was in 2019, and they both made it through.
They are
good stone
both
lifters.
Very, very good stone lifters.
So far, Group 1, we know Pablo has won. Tom and Bobby in a stone off, and then Group 2, Alexei has won, Luke and Gav in a stone off.
Yeah,
my goodness. There's the advantage is that the
Did
guy.
You do that super chat?
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. There we go. Thank you, Mango Panther. I'm not sure about the first bit. Gigi. Seeing all of the old Strongman food videos or cheap meal vlogs, would Lars ever consider a cheap meal challenge? For example, 20,000 calories for 20 grand.
Well, I get paid 20 grand to do 20,000 calories.
20,000 calories, yeah.
Yeah, I've got an expensive family to provide for. If someone's willing to give me 20 grand to eat, to have a food challenge, of course I will. This wife of mine is expensive, and I've got 3 children. But it's not really my thing either. I'm not really one for the crazy food challenge. I quite enjoy watching Beard versus Man. He's amazing at some of the food challenges he does. I mean, 20,000 is a lot of calories. Any strongman telling you they eat 20,000 calories on a regular basis is talking absolute bollocks. That is not good for you. But as a one-off for 20 grand, if anyone's stupid enough to pay me for it, I'm in.
No, there are 7 kettlebells, but no one has managed all 7 yet. Jason, how are you still only at 134,000 subscribers? Your podcast is as good as any I watch on any subject. Liz's hate for Brian Shaw, maybe. I think it probably is holding us back.
Is it Liz holding us back, do you think, guys?
I might get sacked.
Well, thank you very much. And if you guys want to subscribe to our channel, it means a lot to us.
For anyone who's new here, that's an ongoing joke. It's not true, for Christ's sake. For the love of God.
Thank you very much, Jason. And yes, if people would like to subscribe, we are at 134,000 subscribers. We would love to break the 150,000 at some point this year.
Matt, not strong man. Thank you for the super chat. I love Gav and I love Luke, but this feels like Luke's last bite of the cherry. I think, like, what does he mean? Like, this might be Luke's last opportunity to make a final? Maybe.
I mean, he's getting on in years, but he's still good.
Yeah, he's 38. Does he turn 39 this year, or has he already had a birthday? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, Luke's been around for a while. We first met him in competition in 2013, wasn't it? But
it does start to catch up with you. You know, you can be 35 and think you're great.
And then it's like, a couple of years later,
my body's struggling. And you can still be good, but things start to it just takes longer to recover.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I really noticed. I was still good, but my body hurt more the next day and I wasn't able to compete as regularly, and injuries were easier to pick up. So he just needs to be careful. He is being pretty selective about what he does. I think I'd like to see him maybe try and focus on winning a Britain's Strongest Man. I think
Yeah.
it'd be good for him to win that national title. He's obviously won Europe's. I think World is going to be difficult for him.
Yeah. Cloudy with a Chance of Sausage sounds like the title of a very dodgy film. Gone Fishing, thank you for the super chat. We all agree it's worth it, but what are the downsides of having a live stream, especially culturally? MMA being readily available hasn't been all good.
Well, there's always ups and downs, I guess, to everything. But I think
World's Strongest Man in particular, the slow format is not very viewer friendly, is it?
By the time World's Strongest Man is on TV in the UK, I'm bored and I've moved on to the next comp.
That is the problem. I will definitely watch this year though, because this has been probably one of the most interesting.
Well, for UK viewers, if they want us to do like a watch along when it's on TV, let us know. Obviously, the American viewers will get to see it before us.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of odd if we were online, but we don't get to see it.
Yeah. Josh, any info on Yako throwing events? Nothing. Nothing at all. We are going to be blindsided again, I'm sure, because Yako has been brilliant. He's
going to mog us all and smash it.
Mog us all. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. Alexi did Luke a favor like Terry did for Bish a couple of years ago. I mean, the best favor he could do was to do nothing. Yeah, because
so just doing one
actually helped Gav.
It just no. Yeah, getting in between them would have helped Gav.
Yeah.
So he just did the best thing and just not get involved.
Not getting involved is also helping Luke.
Yeah, but to actually help Gav in that situation,
it was
extremely hard.
Precise, and why would he as well?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He just left it for them to battle out, and Luke did enough to stay ahead of Gav.
Yeah.
So I think
Luna, thank you for the super chat. Having watched old strongman competitions, I've noticed there has been two types of truck pulling: arm over arm versus full body pulling with harness. Which version did you prefer?
Oh, very much with the harness. I don't like the arm over arm, but I do like the truck pull in a harness with a rope. Sat pulling a rope, I didn't like. And it is a completely different event. It might seem like it's the same event, but until you try it, you'll realize it's very, very different. It's, my strengths were much more suited to a harness and rope where I'm allowed to use my body and drive with those legs hard.
Dustin, please keep Liz away from her Brian Shaw voodoo doll. And also, if Liz could hold back on slamming Brian all the time, it would help. Liz is holding the channel up. There you go.
There you go.
Gav for final.
4,700 people watching, only 800 likes. Go and smash the like button for Auntie Liz and for Uncle Loss. Liz
hates stone lifters. Luke is 39 apparently. Oh, there you go. I don't know. Is he? There are no winners in the stone off for group 2. Oh, Nicola's upset.
Yeah, look, we're all going to lose people that we like.
Yeah, we've already lost Thomas. Does Mitch don't like Brian? No, Mitch likes Brian. Yeah. Mitch is sponsored by Brian's company.
Yeah, Brian's company sponsored Brian.
Mitch. And Mitch went and stayed with him recently.
No, he didn't. Oh, he was supposed to, but I think there was some reason why he didn't.
He decided he didn't like him.
No, there's nothing between those two. I think there's a little bit of beef between Paul Smith and Mitch, as I've seen Postman memes.
Oh dear.
But Mitch gets on with pretty much most guys, and Brian gets on with most guys as well. Brian's been very helpful to a lot of especially the American guys. They all love him. I know when they've done the Shaw Classic, he looks after all the athletes so well.
He does.
Him and his wife have put on an amazing competition there, and it's growing every year, which is good to see.
Thank you for the super chat, Luke. Liz and Loz, the go-to strongman channel. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ahmed, thank you so much for the super chat. In the absence of means to watch the comp and the spreadsheets being the only way to keep an eye on the results, it would have been nearly impossible to enjoy the in competition without you, Loz and Liz. Thank you so much. It's very generous. Thank you. Oh, where are we? So we're waiting.
Moving on to group number 3. So there'll be interviews again, TV, links, blah, blah, blah. You guys get
this new disqualification rule. We've been told that the athletes were told that if they don't try on an event, then they'd be disqualified. Straight away, we were like, but what does not trying look like? Do you know what I mean? Who decides if you couldn't do it or you didn't try?
Sorry, Novikov, you've been too dominant. You didn't try in that event. We're chucking you out.
Yeah.
Ain't going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. I don't know if it's a complete misunderstanding or it's been twisted in some way or what's going on. It doesn't. It never made any sense to us, to be honest. but
it's a stupid rule.
Katie, thank you for the super chat. Shout out to my cute and strong husband Dre. I love him almost as much as I love Alexei.
Well, Alexei obviously comes first, but Dre, you're hanging in there in second place, buddy. So well done.
Yeah. Mitch's latest video is a very smug haha towards Auntie Liz. Oh, I'll have to watch it. I got a very smug.
He beat you.
He didn't beat me.
He bet with you that he would beat Pavlo on the log, and
yeah,
he did.
that he would do a faster time. Yeah, and he did. Like I said to him, I was just trying to keep you motivated, Mitch. It worked. Liz, you're very pretty. Loz, you're cute too.
Thank you.
Loz confirms Mitch and Paul beef. Yeah, nice one, Loz.
There we go.
Sticking your oar in. Hey, I thought I sent.
Well, I saw someone say, "Oh, you should put Paul and Mitch in the same group," and I was like, "It's not great for Paul."
No, especially with these events. Yeah. Hey, I thought I sent $110. I don't see it. We don't see it either, Dom.
If you sent $110, it would 100% be at the top, because
really
that would
big
be
at the top.
a very, very generous donation. So
yeah, and those ones stay up there the longest. Ken, thank you for the super chat. The 2 seeds in the lineup are Evan, MK, Pavlo, Bish, and Luke or Bobby. Frustrating that there is still no wild card. 2 seeds in this lineup. Evan, Mateusz Kliszkowski.
You can't have
Pavlo
and Bobby because they're in the same group. So, Bish probably doesn't deserve to be a second seed, as good as he is. I don't think he would be a second seed. Evan has not done anything in the last year that would warrant being a second seed. But great strongmen. And this is where it's hard, because they might not have had a good year, but the year before they might have been awesome. And it's a difficult one to get right sometimes. You could say, if you go back 3 years ago, Janasha should have been a seed. The kind of dynamics of the sport change every year. So
Slice is saying, why is Gavin showing as second overall? Is he?
Gav? What do you mean? He's third in his group.
Yeah.
Gav's showing us third in his group.
Yeah, he is showing us third on the spreadsheet that we're looking at.
You may be looking at the results from the kettlebell toss.
Maybe.
Well, he won the kettlebell toss, actually.
It's not
sometimes if you click like certain buttons, it can reverse things based on name order, points that they got from top to bottom, points they got from bottom to top, results on. So you just need to make sure it's the overall points that you've got. So Alexei Novikov is on 23, Luke Stoltman is on 21, Gav Bilton is on 20.
Diego Thunderhawk, thank you for the super chat. World's Strongest Man Rules Committee is the textbook definition of take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Problem is, I don't think there is a rules committee.
I have kind of voiced my opinion to the powers that be that we get a group of people that develop a rules book for strongman based at World's Strongest Man that then filters down to every other competition.
Have you watched Eddie's covering of the event results? I think he's been doing a good job. I don't know when on earth we would have had time to do that, because we've been here the whole time.
Eddie's stuff.
No, we haven't seen any other. I haven't seen anything. I've literally come off of here to film, to edit, and nothing.
Yeah. Eddie is hugely popular. He's very entertaining, and obviously was an amazing strongman. And his YouTube channel is part of his business. Our YouTube is part of our business. So we are just focused on working and following the sport. Both, he's doing it his way, we're doing it our way. I'm glad to hear he's doing a good job with it. But we just won't have time to watch anything this week.
Who are y'all's predictions? LOL. It depends. Like for the final, the groups.
So in the groups, I predicted that Pavlo Kordiaker and Tom Stoltman would go through, as much as I want Bobby Thompson to go through. I just felt that Bobby wouldn't. I felt Bobby had a chance if he won the group.
Yeah, but we just didn't.
But I didn't think it was. So I said Pavlo would win the group and Tom gets through on the stones. Group 2, I said Alexei Novikov and Luke Stoltman.
Yeah, we did.
With a potential of
Gav Bilton or Thomas Evans. Yeah.
But we said Luke. Group 3, we said Mitch Hooper, with most likely. Well, I said Kilishkovsky, so I'm totally wrong on that department. And I said if it wasn't Kilishkovsky, potentially Ivers. So I could still very much be wrong.
I could be right, but might not be.
Amazing. Group 3, we said Brian Shaw, and then basically anyone. This was a really hard one to predict, and I think both of us in the end said Rauno because we just want Rauno to get through.
Yeah.
Very good friends with Rauno. And then we both said Evan and Trey to get through group number 5. So we won't be far off.
Mateusz up now on the kettlebell throw. Oh my goodness. Right, Lozzie, control the stream.
Control the stream?
Yeah, just let it keep going. Don't touch it.
Okay,
Actually.
I won't touch it.
Just keep an eye on it.
We'll see if... You okay?
Back pump from sitting there too long. Yeah.
Mateusz looks good. Let's see what Mateusz can do. Be nice for him to just finish well. He's had a nightmare of a competition for a man of his ability. So it'd be nice for him just to have that confidence boost. Is Big Tommy out? Someone asks. No, he's not. He is in the stone off in group number 1. So Pavlo Kordiak has won group 1, and Tom will be going against Bobby Thompson in the stone off later today. Right. Kiliszkowski will be the first one out. Let's see if these results come through. Bulk Brogan, how you doing, brother? Thank you very much for the super chat. Love yours coverage of the sport, Uncle Oz. Would you ever try Highland Games? It'd be so cool to see you try it. Yes, absolutely. I've done strongman comps with a few Highland Games thrown in, a little bit less demanding on the body than strongman, so something I could still potentially do a little bit of, and maybe if I get the chance. We're planning on going up to Scotland later in the year. I'm going to be doing some of the traditional stones up there, and maybe some of you guys can teach me how to do some of the other events as well. Apparently, Mateusz has done all 7, but I haven't seen a result, so I don't want to go crazy. But that would he be the first person to do all 7? He would, wouldn't he? Can anyone confirm? Has Mateusz done all 7? That would be impressive. 7 easy, Ian is saying. So I'm just waiting for the official results to come through, but it looks like he may have done 7.
Shouting from the loo.
I just haven't got the results confirmed. Here we go. 7 in 32 seconds.
Oh, good for him. Well done, Mateusz.
He needed that boost.
Yeah.
It's too late to get through, but it would be good for him if he can just get a good performance under his belt.
Did you do that last super chat?
Which one was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Bulk Brogan or something like that.
That's it. Fun, lovely. Thank you for the super chat. We love watching you guys. Can you give a shout out to my fiance Sam, please? He's just off to the gym. What event did you enjoy most when competing?
Sam, go and smash the gym, buddy.
Gym session, Sam. Can't believe you're going there and not here with us. But it sounds like you're probably listening in. What's your favorite event when you were competing?
Yoke. Car walk. Car walk was my favorite event. I really liked the few times that I did it car flip as well. There's something about flipping a car over that just kind of is cool. Also pulling an aeroplane. That was really cool.
Liz shouting from the loo. Scotty Lace, thank you for the super chat. Is there anything special Luke or Gav can do recovery-wise to gain an advantage in the stone off?
Training's already been done. There's nothing they can do right now.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated, get some carbs in themselves, but the work should have been done. Now it's just... They might get a light massage. They might just try and kind of stay calm, stay hydrated. I think you hear a lot of people talking about hydration. I know Eddie always goes on about hydration, but it is massively important. The number one reason people get muscle tears is from dehydration. So that is really important, especially it's hot conditions. And these are big men in a long day of competition, so they need to really focus on that. But that's all you can do, really.
Oh, it's the World's Strongest Man official website that's showing Gav as 2nd place.
That's weird.
That is weird. Mitch will want to beat that, I think, from Mateusz. 7 and 32.4.
That will be hard to beat. So
Liz leaves and Mateusz performs. That is clearly not related. Thank you, Nicola. I was there when he came 2nd at the Arnolds.
We've been there when he's won comps as well.
Yes. Definitely not a jinx. Damn seagulls flying in front of beach cam. Apparently Colin's got a massive umbrella as well. I don't know how true that is. Another voodoo doll. Right. Never. I absolutely adore Mateusz. She's just the nicest
last
person.
time I was in a comp against Mateusz, I tore my Achilles. So
yeah, that's true.
Let's not be too mean to Auntie Liz.
Yeah. Maybe he's the jinx on us.
Yeah.
Way to go, depending. I'm not sure what that's saying. What gives Matej the right to be such a problem now?
He's not really.
Toffee Gang is happy, going out on a little high there.
Hopefully there was a
Remick on
little
deck.
smile from him. Because
Hopefully.
you know what he's like.
Yeah,
He's going
yeah.
to be disappointed.
Of course he will be. Oh, Mango Fanta, thank you so much for the super
Thank
chat.
you. You've been so kind this week. Thank you so much.
For such strongman giants, so many have the perfect fantasy dwarf body build, looking like dwarfs from Lord of the Rings or other media. Perhaps it is the beards that sell it. Either way, Loz looked like he swings away in the mines for gold and gems.
It's funny
There you
because
go.
I would be a giant compared to a dwarf, but
Yeah.
people don't realize how tall I am when they meet me normally.
No.
Because you go to World's Strongest Man next to Brian or Thor and you're a midget. But
Yeah.
in real life, I think the other thing that's probably confused for a lot of people is Liz has a really long torso and little legs. So sat down, we're basically the same height.
Yeah.
And then I stand up and you're
And
like,
he's like
down
a foot
here.
taller than me. I have a weirdly long torso.
You do.
Like a giraffe.
And our daughter's exactly like you. So it's quite funny.
She's built the same. Very odd.
Okay, we got the results from Spencer Remick. 5 kettlebells in 24 seconds.
Okay. There we go. It's not been the best competition for Spencer, but that was always going to be a very hard group.
Very.
He's still got a Giants Live to do this year, which he's automatically qualified for winning OSG. So it'd be interesting to see how he can do there. Can you explain if Group 2 is a glitch, or is it due to scoring that Stoltman is in third? Check on the World's Strongest Man website, Lozzie, because that's what people were talking about.
Well, let's just go through the events. So in the loading race,
it could only be the last event that's
in the loading
caused him
race,
to go in third.
Luke was in 4th place. Gav was in 5th place. So 3 points and 2 points.
RP 11.
They both got 5 reps on the deadlift machine, which gave them both 4 points. Log ladder was.
He smiled.
5 points.
Matej smiled.
Good. 5 points for Luke and 3 points for Gav. Conan's was 4 points for Luke and 5 points for Gav.
I'll just do some chats while you're there because there's quite a few coming through. Afron Edwards, thank you for the super chat. Suggestion by Lynn, aka Mama Ari Stoneoff. Only have Stoneoff if there's less than 2 points between second and third. Second goes through if he has a 3-point gap. I would prefer that as well.
Yeah.
If you've got
to be
a clear
fair,
advantage over third place.
From what I'm reading, Luke is on 21 points and Gav is on 20 points. So if that is the case, Luke should be in second place and Gav should be in third place.
What points do they have on the World's Strongest Man website? Let us know. Strong Wooden Designs, thank you for the super chat. Do you think there should be a governing body for strongman like the IAAF for athletics? Just something to set the rules. We think there should definitely be an official strongman rule book that all organisers conform to. But we did have IFSA, and that caused nothing but problems in hindsight because they ended up splitting off from TWI.
The real issue is you've got so many individual promoters that do their own thing unless they're all working together. Like in America, they have a pro card system, but you don't need a pro card from America to get to World's Strongest Man.
No.
So unless they all work together, it's a very difficult thing to make.
It's all very disjointed. Yeah. Not saying that we wouldn't benefit from it, but it's something that feels like a million miles away, and it's been tried before and failed quite epically. Michael Doe, thank you for the super chat. Hello from Ottawa, Canada. Love the updates. Thanks. Thank you for joining us, Michael. Any enlightenment, Lazo?
I'm on group 1. I'm trying to find group 2, isn't it? Here we go. Alexei Novikov, 23 points. Yeah, look, it's even got the points right, but it's in the wrong order.
Oh, okay.
So it's just them. They've got them in the wrong order.
They've got them in the wrong order.
Luke Stoltman will be going in. It's just a mistake on the website, but the points are right. It says Gav Bilton is on 20 points and Luke Stoltman is on 21 points. So Luke Stoltman is ahead of Gav Bilton.
Who is the most humble strongman? I would say Matej.
Matej is a humble strongman, but I don't know if he's the most.
Who would be the most?
There's a lot that are like quite humble. Mark Felix.
Yeah,
very humble.
It's true. Yeah.
There's just a lot of good people in the sport.
Yeah, everyone's saying now it's just a glitch. Could save you some time.
Thanks.
Hey, Dedo. Thank you for the super chat. That's why I try and stay on top of things.
No problem.
Even Tom has dropped a stone before. If neither Stoltman makes the final this year, who is your front runner?
For the competition or for
the whole competition?
Well, I don't have a Stoltman as the front runner.
There you go.
So I think Novikov and
Mitch.
Mitch are the two favourites this year.
Interesting.
And then I'd say Tom and Brian. Then maybe Pavlo, Trey.
Depends who else
Evan,
makes the final.
I think Evan could do well in these events in the final.
If we get a Matt Ragg or a Jakob Skoonvinkel in the final, who knows what they could do?
It'd be interesting because they've never been pushed to that limit.
Yes.
I feel the same about Evan. He's never been pushed to a
No.
heats and a final. He's not got that experience. It does make a difference, but there's a lot of guys that could win.
Jonathan, why don't they have nurses and IBs? They do.
They do.
And possibly RBs to stay cool and hydrated. They have a massive
These days
tent.
they have everything.
They have like 3 sofas per athlete,
So
a little area.
Bobby was getting IVs last night to
Yeah.
help rehydrate. These days they have everything. It wasn't always the case, but
No.
now it's so much better. World's Strongest Man providing so much more for the athletes.
They've got food on tap, everything they could want, they've got there. Chris, what's happening here? Chris, where is your super chat, Chris Dodson?
So we have had Graham Hicks did 4 in 20 seconds.
4 in 20. Okay.
20.51 to be exact.
This is not that competitive a group in this event.
Well,
apart from Mateusz.
Mateusz did 7, which is the best we've seen.
Yeah.
But so far, the others not so much.
Chris, I can't see your comment, but we will
Have a
keep
look.
an eye out for it. I have looked. Eric, thank you for the super chat. World's Strongest Man show Luke with 21 points, Gav with 20. But they show Gav in second, Luke in third. It's definitely a glitch because we've just done the maths.
We've done the maths. Luke is on 21 points. He will have the advantage going into the stones.
There you go. But thank you.
But you know Gav will fight.
Yeah. Carter, Mateusz just killed Hooper's chance to win all events.
Maybe
yeah.
Just because, like, I think if he had to, he might try harder. I think now he won't care about winning the event.
Yeah, because that's trying too hard.
Because he's gonna have to push to beat that.
Here it is. Super chat sent too early. Are you both at the Strongman Champions League novice in Gloucester on June the 18th? Are we there?
Yes, a couple of my clients are competing, and I'll be there with them. And then we'll be at the Champions League, which will be in Gloucester.
Yes.
And we'll be in Gloucester for the Masters, which is on the 27th of May. And on the 28th is the Brits qualifier, which some of my clients are competing in. So I'll be there quite a few times.
NA Reston really rooting for Ivers to smash the kettlebell. I turned into James Bond.
Ivers is going to smash the kettlebell.
We're good friends of Ivers as well, so I would love to see him do well. Harold, thank you so much for the super chat. John Rhys Davies played the famous dwarf from Lord of the Rings, and he is 1.85 centimeters. So I think you'll make a perfect dwarf.
There we go.
We only need some camera trickery,
Absolutely.
And you are a dwarf. There you go.
Been in a couple of films, so why not?
You have your world's strongest extra.
I was in the stunt team, not an extra.
Oh, sorry. Beg your pardon.
Don't you laugh at me like that. There's a big difference.
No, I know it is. Rob, thank you for the super chat. I was a dwarf in The Hobbit.
Amazing.
We're all 6 foot with camera tricks and visual effects used to make us look short. Those would make an excellent dwarf.
Brilliant. I got down to the last 2 in auditions to play an orc in a computer game. So, you know, like the computer games, they have the visuals.
Yeah.
And I just missed out on someone who's a lot more experienced, but I did okay.
Hey, Liz, called it Luke and Gav on the stones. Brandon Spivey.
Not
Spivey, no matter how much I want it to be. You did you? I don't know. I can't remember what I called. But
yeah, I think, we said Luke and...
we always knew it would be probably either those 2 or one of them with Thomas Evans. Yeah. Dear. Stephen Berry, thank you so much for the super chat. I think the problem is Strongman is still treated as a TV show where it has quite legitimately and literally become a professional sport, but it's still not treated as such, in my opinion.
We do know that World's Strongest Man want to keep growing things. They've got a lot of plans, things that we can't go into right now, but they do have plans to keep growing the sport and get it bigger and bigger. And I've been very vocal about World's Strongest Man. If you go back a few years, and you'll see me complaining about stuff. And I've even been told the fact that I've complained has helped the improvements. So we want to keep things getting better. We want to suggest things. I don't know all the answers. Liz doesn't know all the answers. You guys don't know all the answers. We just need to keep coming up with ideas, suggestions. What we can't do is just say something's crap and leave it at that.
Yeah.
We've got to keep offering different solutions and
trying to work
with people and try and make things better and better. And that's what we try and do on our channel. Is just grow the sport of strongman as much as possible. The bigger the sport gets, the better it is for the athletes, the better it is for all of us as fans, the better it is for so many people.
Any more results, Lossie? What's
Let's
happening?
have a look.
Where are we?
Oh. No.
Okay. Tim, thank you for the super chat. Loving having your voices in my ear as I make my way through my work day. Thank you.
Oh yes, sorry, we've got results from Ivor Schmaukstulus.
Go on.
6 in 25.41 puts him into second place.
Lovely showing from Ivors there.
So he is only behind Mateusz Kieliszkowski.
And he is, is he 4 points behind Matt Ragg?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So he's almost definitely going into the stone off in the third place disadvantage now.
Yep.
Interesting. And they're both good stone lifters, but Matt Ragg, stones are supposed to be his best event.
Who's ringing you?
Fred, YouTube. Is that? Hold on a minute. I'm going to have to take this. Fred? How did you get this number?
You gave it to him when we were in
I remember.
OSG.
He said, how are you? What's up?
Can we put him on loud?
Let's put him on. Fred, you are live on YouTube. Oh, I don't know why. Please do not swear. Say hi.
Say hi to everyone.
You're on YouTube.
He's gone shy.
Hi, everybody.
That's Fred.
Fred is
What's
live.
happening, Fred? Why are you calling me? You know we're busy.
I know that. I'm surprised you answered.
Wow, I wasn't going to, but then I thought maybe it's important. What's up?
I just saw Bibby. He just got a piece of tape on his arm. It's nothing big.
Okay, that's good.
That's good news.
I am Bibby's birthday today.
Make sure you wish him a happy birthday from us, Fred, and from yourself.
If I see him again, I will.
Good stuff.
Cool.
Right, you enjoy World's Strongest Man. We're going to get back to this live.
We're falling behind on the comments, Fred.
No. Let me go then. Goodbye.
All right, bye, Fred. Speak soon. Bye.
There you go, guys. You heard Fred.
There you go. That is Fred. He is a real person. Nick, thank you for the super chat. Hi, what's your favorite exercise for training grip? My wife and I are two former pro wrestlers having fun training areas we haven't focused on before.
I really like behind the back holds. I find them really beneficial to strongman. I also like different forms of pinch grip. So single-handed with plates, Saxon bars, two-handed pinch setups, variously for whether it's for max or for time. I like bodyweight hangs. They're probably some of my favorites, but I like all sorts of grip stuff. I just find it fun. I like a lot of the various different grip tops you can get, like the hubs, the penny pinches, all these sorts of geeky things. I just enjoy it.
No, definitely only 6 for Ivors. A lot of people thought he got 7.
No.
Dustin, Bobby and Maxime would also make the best dwarfs. They would be very good dwarfs.
Bobby would
they?
be awesome.
Maxime as well, though. He's got that,
Yeah.
Got a cool look to him. Got a really old picture of Maxime when he was in a band and he was all skinny and emo.
I know. You did like when they were babies.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Dennis, if you would be the coach of Trey Mitchell, what would you recommend him to do?
Trey Mitchell's issue on grip is a bit of a nerve issue, and him and his coach are working on it. And Trey is a great strongman. I think the behind the back holds would help him, bodyweight hangs, etc. But I've seen him doing one hand hangs. I think at his body weight, it's not a good idea. I would have him doing like slightly safer movements than that, farmers holds. But you just got to kind of get the right weight and not be pushing to extremes all the time. Just like you wouldn't necessarily squat max or deadlift max every week. You can't go to the max on grip as well. You need to build up over time. But Trey's working on it. And Trey's a great strong man. He's got a great coach working with him. Trey's doing amazing.
Weird that loads of people said Ivors smoked 7, Ivors did 7, but the results are saying he did 6.
The results are saying he smoked 6.
6. We know he smoked 10. John, thank you for the super chat. I think the website has Gav placed at second because he's going first in the stone. Maybe, yeah. I'm sure Wells know what they're doing and why they're doing it.
But you'd think that Bobby would be second in Group 1, and he's not.
Yeah, if it's not
I think it's just
across groups. Yeah, it's a little. Gregor's, That's the Terminator we all know and love. Yes,
There
so
we
good
go.
to see him end on a high
Just
there. with
needed
the-
to see it, didn't we?
Yeah, because well, we all know what great things he's capable of. It's such a shame we didn't get to see it in the group stages. Would have.
And it might be
changed
enough
things
to pull him
completely.
up to potentially 4th place in the group, which is much better than last for one of the
Christ,
best
yeah.
strongmen we've seen that's never won
Exactly.
worlds.
Yeah, definitely.
First time he's never made the final.
Stone off. Yes, this is like last year was
People
the first
saying
time
hi to
Janasha
Fred.
hadn't made the stone off
Fred is here.
or
Hi.
the final. Sorry. Yay! Lots of people were saying hi to Fred. I swear the announcer said 6. Oh, look at all these hi, Fred.
Yeah, it is 6 officially for Ivers.
Fred's so funny. I'll just ring Liz. I think he was checking that I hadn't given him. No, he knows because he's messaged me on that before. See how well we treat our best members. He's got my phone number.
And you actually answered.
And I answered.
You don't answer to me.
There you go. That was a big treat. Fred has become a celebrity in his own right. I love the Fred
Breaking
YouTube
news
name.
exclusive on Iron Bibby's injury from the world famous Fred.
Yeah, it's not big. He's got tape on it. There we go.
Matt is up apparently.
Big Loss
Matt
official
Rag.
for all your exclusive content. Come on, Rag, win it.
Rag is on deck.
I don't think we've got throwing results for Matt, or if we do, it's from a while ago. Rag just blew through 6 apparently. Sheesh, 6 done. Go Rag, 7 done. Matt
We'll
Rag is a
see, we'll
baller.
see.
Can't get the 7th. What? My goodness. Bring back Fred. Maybe we'll call him later. Mango Fanta, thank you again for the super chat. Imagine the insanity, hilarity of World's Strongest Man if all the athletes pre-workout or powders were accidentally swapped with cocaine.
So Matt Rag did 6 in 21 seconds, which puts him in 3rd place. No, it doesn't. It puts him in 2nd place in this group.
Behind, so he's the fastest of
So
6.
he's the fastest
Yeah.
on 6.
Good
Yeah.
showing from Matt Rag. My goodness. They're not in Florida. They're in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. But he was saying, imagine all the pre-workouts were accidentally swapped with cocaine. We'd see some kettlebells fly then, wouldn't we? Terrible.
Yeah.
What are these questions?
6 in 21.96.
It's weirder the deeper in we go.
Only Kiliashkovsky out of every group so far
Oh,
has managed
goodness.
the 7th.
Oof, can you pass my water bottle, please, Leslie?
There you go.
Thank you so much. This is dry work. So that's who's left?
So just Mitch. So it doesn't really matter now.
Mitch only needs to throw.
So it looks like it'll be Matt Rag with the advantage against Ivers Schmaukstelis.
Yeah.
And I think Kiliashkovsky will pull himself up to 4th place in the
That's
group.
nice. More respectable place.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that.
The Toffee King himself. Love from Australia. Really appreciate the coverage. Thank you
Click
for
on it. There
we
you
go. Cranky Bear. Thank you for
go. Thank
tuning
you, Cranky
in.
Bear.
Would love to go back to Australia.
We will do. We will.
1 week was definitely not enough of that time difference.
Right.
Ooh, Matt Rag versus Ivers on the stone off. So now we have confirmed Tom Stoltman versus Bobby Thompson, Luke Stoltman versus Gav Bilton, Matt Rag versus Ivers Schmutzlis. And in this next group, is it going to be Rauno versus Brian Shaw or Rauno versus Jacko Schoonwinkel? I hope it's Jacko.
I hope Brian, right? Rauno. I hope Rauno can get in there and just do his best.
Yeah, bless him. He's
Mer is in the house. How are you doing?
Randy, are you there, Randy? I've been popping in and out, but I appreciate you both so much. I love this watch party. The competition has been a nail biter all the way. The best you both is always.
Thank you so much, Randy.
You.
Hopefully we'll see you later in the year.
And just so you all know, OSG is where we met these guys in person because it's just the easiest place for fans to come and meet
if you
people
are
that
a
turn
Strongman
up
fan, I will be competing at OSG Masters this year, as will
JF
JF Karan.
Karan and possibly Rauno as well, and Zadrunas.
I don't know about Zadrunas. I think he's having some time off.
Yeah, but when I told him it was December, not November, he's like, oh, yes, maybe I do then. Sorry. No, you'd like Zadrunas.
I'd love to compete against Zadrunas again.
There we go. Hooper running up.
Hooper, fresh as a daisy.
You watch. He won't try and he'll get disqualified.
Yeah.
Oh.
They'll do a Kaz on him.
Bit of a cast. Yeah. Can't win
Banned.
Can't win 4 offence here, mate. Get out. Student drinks. Thank you for the super chat. It's going to be bittersweet to watch Luke and Gavin the Stone off. I wanted to see them both. go
Absolutely, and it's
through.
going to be tough for them. They're good friends. They are going to
Yeah.
want to both obviously win. You know, at the end of the day, it's a competition.
But with Thomas Evans and Alexei Novikov in that group, it was always going to be a big ask, wasn't it?
That was a
It's
battle.
very rare we all get our favourites out of the groups. Yeah, people begging that it's Rauno versus Yako and not another combination there.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because at the moment, Brian is in 3rd place in that group.
Yeah, but Brian is most likely to win the kettlebell
but it depends
throw.
there where Yako comes.
Yeah, we just don't know with Yako either. We do not have any data.
No.
It's very
It'll be
stressful.
a hard one. Anyway, we wait for Mitch Hooper. Anyone?
No
know
matter
any
what,
results
Rauno
from-
is in the stone off, but it depends who he's up against and what place he's going in at. So that will make a big difference, especially who he's up against. Ooh, we've had Cocaine Bear and now it's Cocaine Bear.
How does
Like-
Mitch Hooper do on this? Does he go for it, or does he just take it easy? He'll put a
I
quick
reckon he
6.
goes for it a little bit. I wish this
Where
was
are you?
faster. I have work soon. I know it is a
Someone
slow
says, where am I
format.
competing? I'm competing in Gloucester, at Gloucester Keys in England on the 27th of May. And then I'll be competing at OSG, which is going to be in West Virginia in December. Is that right?
Yeah. Hooper did 8. Security had to restrain him from doing more. Quick 6 for
Looks
Mitch,
like a
people
quick
saying.
6.
Really hyped to see Mitch's results on the toss. 8 done. 8 out of 7. Mitch smashed 6. Bet you weren't ready for that. Colin Bryce meme. Nicola's trolling us, apparently. Nicola
Nicola wouldn't do that.
She might. She's having a
She
good
might.
time. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. I think you should employ Fred as your man in the field. Has become a legend. Love your show. Haven't missed one
Thank
yet.
you very much.
Oh, Fred.
Do you know what? My people on the field have been too busy this event, so we've been focusing just on
know.
the results coming through from you guys that are there and the results page.
Mitch did 7, then threw them back over and did 14, and they all landed perfectly for group 4. 6 and 17 seconds.
Ooh, that would be good.
I don't know how true that is, if that's a guess, if that's true. Fast 6 for the Moose. Mitch got 6 in 17.18 seconds by
Wow.
the looks of it.
That is a fast 6. I'm guessing he was trying to do all 7 as quick as possible and
Missed the
maybe missed the
7th?
7th.
Yeah.
But that is a fast 6, which puts him in 2nd place.
So he got all, but he dropped 1 point in the whole
I will
group
wait
stages.
until
if
we
that's
get
true.
the official result.
Mitch won in 20 seconds. So, yeah, failed the 7th. Now someone's saying 7 in 17.18 seconds.
Yeah, we'll just wait for the official
Yeah, I
results.
think we will.
I'm
89
guessing.
seconds.
I'm guessing it's 6.
It's
looking
getting
at
more ridiculous.
what most things are
most
coming
people
through.
saying 6. Aaron, thank you for the super chat. Would guys make it so they land 2 out of 3 with Brian number 1, 2nd and 3rd? Look, we've looked at the different scenarios in that group, but I think like if Brian wins and Rauno can come 2 points or 2 places ahead of Yako, then it's Yako and Rauno in the stone off. Brian wins the group,
So,
and that's a possibility.
results from the kettlebell in group number 3. Winner of the kettlebell, Mateusz Kiliszkowski, doing all 7 in 32:44. Mitch Hooper finally didn't win an event. He almost did, though. It took Mateusz waking up to stop him. 6 in 17:18, which is absolutely blistering for 6. Matt Ragg, very good. 6 in 21:96. Ivor Schmackstler 6 in 25:41. Spencer Remick did 5 in 24:31, and Hicksey did 4 in 20:51. That leaves the overall in group number 3. Mitch Hooper on 29 out of 30 points. Very impressive.
Very
Matt
nice.
Ragg, 22.5 points. Ivor
good.
Schmackstler on 17.5 points. Mateusz Kiliszkowski on 14, Graham Hicks on 11.5, and Spencer Remick on 10.5.
Very dominant 2nd place there over 3rd by Matt Ragg, and that will be
is-
a hard.
So far, that is
pill
the
to
biggest
swallow.
lead over third place. So
Yeah.
in Group 1, Tom Stoltman is only half a point ahead of Bobby Thompson.
Yeah.
Group 2, Luke Stoltman is only a point ahead of
Gav
Gav
Bilton.
Bilton. But yeah, that group, 5 points
Yeah.
difference between
Which would be
second
a
and
very
third
tough
place.
pill to swallow if second place in that group lost the stone off. That's
Absolutely.
where it starts to feel very, very unfair. As much as we
Right,
love
this
Ivers.
next group is going to be epic.
Oh no. Douglas, wait, I missed that. Why are you in West Virginia in December?
So there is official Strongman games taking place in West Virginia. I'm not sure if
Daytona
Joe
Beach.
Schofield is in the chats. He may show himself at some point. He's very involved with official Strongman.
It is tickets for OSG.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have basically, if you've never been to OSG, you don't know about it. They have the World Championships for the Masters over 40s, the World Masters over 50s, the Women's Masters,
all the women's classes.
The Open Women's, the under 82 kilo women, the under 74 kilo women, and the under 73 kilo women and under 74 kilo women.
64
kilo women. And the men under
80, 90, 105.
Yeah, under 80 kilos, under 90 kilos, under 105s. So you have the World Championships for all the different classes, plus they have the OSG Open, which is what Yako, Matt Rag, and Spencer Remick were top 3 at this year, which qualified them for World's Strongest Man. It is the best opportunity to see the next up-and-coming superstars of Strongman. And if you are an athlete from anywhere in the world, you can go on to officialstrongman.com and upload your numbers. They have... I think they've got a qualifier going on for the European contest right now, which closes at the beginning of May. Yeah. But they'll have a online qualifier for everyone in the world to do for December as well. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can upload your lifts, and if you're good enough, then you get invited to America to compete at OSG. It's a tough competition. There was about 50 men in that contest. They do a cut on the last day, so there's only 10 in the final, and then the top 3, the top 1 is guaranteed an invite.
Yeah. But
normally they invite top 3 to major internationals or potentially world
top 3 are guaranteed an invitation to Giants live shows. But yeah, this last year, I think it's because they were so good and it was so stacked.
The standard was just so high.
Instead. And a Giants live.
You know, some of the guys that have struggled at Worlds this year should go and enter that, because that's a direct route back to OSG, to World's Strongest Man. And if you believe you are good enough, get your name down to do it.
Yeah.
You could be at World's Strongest Man next year.
Leighton, I thought that was funny. To the person who just commented that Mitch threw Postman Paul over the bar. Cheers, making my coffee come out of my mouth. If Rauno came second on the kettlebells, he ties Brian on points, who would come first. What would decide the tie and say Yako is last place and they're both first place? It would be the winner of that event would be.
So if they're tied on points, whoever is in the lead,
whoever won the last event.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Don't have to win the event. You just need to be ahead of the person you're tied with.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, yeah.
So like, say Brian won
the highest placing out of the 2 on a tie. Yeah,
absolutely. So whoever does better on this event, basically.
Oh, dearie me.
So we're going to have more interviews.
Mitch didn't win the first event either. Pablo was faster. No, we mean in his group.
In his group. Yeah. So Mitch has won 4 out of the 5 events in his group.
Yeah. Get well soon, Toffee Terminator. I'm really glad he had at least one really good showing there.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly use the loop.
You use the loop. Oh my goodness. Browner comes. Oh yeah, that's the same comment. Will OSG be streamed live? Yes, it's on official Strongman website, and they're also streaming the European Championships, the official Strongman games in Europe, that's going to be in the summer. And Loz's Masters competition is going to be streamed on official Strongman. I will be there, and I'll make a video of Loz's performance and his behind the scenes bit and everything. But if you want to watch the full Masters competition that Loz doing on the 27th of May, that is where you can see it. But Giants Live have said they're lining up a lot more sort of smaller competitions, but things that they can stream on their site to give people better value for money who are keeping their memberships throughout the year. So the stuff worth sticking around for. Oh God, so many different theories and ways that the kettlebell could go on this. I think the best thing is that we don't think about it and just see what happens and hope for the best. Mitch is winning it all. You look very, very good in the groups. Are the stone-offs today? Yes, they are later on today. So they're about 11 p.m. UK time. which is, hold on, I do have the times on my phone. So local time, 6:15 p.m. the stone off starts. It's only actually scheduled to last 45 minutes because it's only 5 groupings going up. Obviously 2 guys from each group going at the same time. So 6:15 p.m. local time, which is 11:15 p.m. our time, and due to finish at midnight. And then we will know our 10 finalists. Oh, Lordy.
5 to 10 minutes till the next group.
Rauno book, the Deadlift Bible, dropped this afternoon. And if you have a look on Loz's Instagram stories, you can see a link to it directly from there. What's happening?
I think they're just having about 5-minute break till the next group.
Medillion, thank you for the super chat. Mateus confirmed your suspicion that his hindrances are mental, afraid of injury by completely obliterating the event with the least risk of injury. Yeah, probably, but also the least strain on the body. Like Loz said, it doesn't really tax your central nervous system. As you've said, it's very low risk in terms of injury. So it was somewhere he could put on a little bit of a show and grab some points as well, most importantly. Lou is UK for toilet.
Lou? Is that what you told people?
No, Nolan said it. But Nolan, you're writing it like a name. Lou, as in the toilet, is L-O-O.
L-O-O.
Which may be where the confusion's come from.
L-O-O.
L-O-O. Sorry, did I say that? Liz, Loz and Lou. Is that
right.
posh?
Shall we?
The girl is calling
you go
for
see the
me.
girl. I'll just quickly update people while we're waiting, because there's a little break apparently.
There's a new member there. Just keep an eye on the
I will do.
chat.
Okay, so group number 1, Pavlo Kordiaka. Pavlo Kordiaka took the win in the group, and now Tom Stoltman and Bobby Thompson will be in the stone off. Tom Stoltman has the advantage. So what I mean by that is he just has to, Bobby will have to start and load the stone over. Tom just has to get it back. So technically, Bobby has to do 1 extra rep to win. Mitch Hooper Alexei Novikov is through his group, and Luke Stoltman and Gav Bilton are going to be in a battle. Luke has the advantage. Mitch Hooper is through his group, and Matt Ragg will take on Ivor Schmaukstalis, and Matt Ragg has the advantage. We move to group number 4, where currently stands Jaco Schoenwinkel at 20 points. Rauno Hainler is on 18.5. Brian Shaw is on 17.5. Then there's a big drop then to Kevin Ferris. So it can only be one of those top 3 that qualify automatically, and 2 of those 3 will go into the stone off. Where are we? Ebenezer Squashbuckle, thank you for becoming a member. Someone's very new. I'm very new to this. I saw some people did 6 reps super quickly, but only one so far has done 7. Did others attempt 7 too, but failed? Yes, most likely. They kind of, sometimes they don't. Sometimes if they know that's kind of the limit, they'll leave it. But more than likely, they tried the 7th and it just didn't go over. Lou.
Sorry, the girl wants to drink.
That's okay. Lots of you finding the word Lou funny. I'm not going to repeat these, but other names for the Lou. Lavatory, there you go. Very, very nice. All right. Apparently, this is a big deal to a lot of people. Gav is still second over Luke in group number 2 on the World's Strongest Man page. Ignore it. It's just a mistake.
People are very upset.
Liz and Loz, will you be at Static Monsters with Loz's clients? Be great if you could do a behind-the-scenes video there. Potentially, Dan. Let me check the how busy our year is and what else we have on. But I will look at that after World's Strongest Man, if you don't mind. Chances Shaw wins his stone off. Very, very high. He is one of the best stone lifters of all time. There we go. The Poo Pit, yes. My daughter would probably go for that name. There we go. Where are we? Big lose. What if they get rid of the groups? Same events for all. First 5 go to the final. 6 to 10 can choose a pre-selected event and go versus 11th to 15th randomly. Not sure I like that one. Why can't the TV show live coverage of this event? Good question. Good question. Okay, right. Let's see if anything is happening. Right now, we are waiting for group number 4 to start, and nothing is happening. So hopefully we have some action soon. Loz, where's that? Loz, are you still arm wrestling? And if so, how's it going? So yes, I'm still arm wrestling. I'm improving. You know, I'm making progress, but I'm nothing special in the arm wrestling world. But I have fun with it. I enjoy it, and that's the reason I do it. It's fun for me.
Oh, yes, there is. It's on Loz's website. It was just a direct link from there, Carl. It's www.laurencechatelet.co.uk/shop. And you'll see it's near the top. It's a new, Cool. New, under new. There you go. Loz's Lou Palace. What happened while I was gone?
Lots of toilet talk.
How much of the stone off is mental?
It's mental in terms of you're trying to do one more rep than the next guy, and you've got to dig deep. But you still need the physical ability as well.
There's not many like sort of man against man events in Strongman anymore. This is about as close as it gets with it.
And you know,
returning
how
it back.
deep can you dig, and how much do you want it? I mean, is it 200 kilos the heaviest stone?
It's either I think it is 200, or is it 210?
Let me check. I know it's been 210 in the past, but I'm sure someone said it might be lighter now.
Maybe.
All right, we don't know. It's not up.
No. Loz's Atlas Throne. It's mental in terms of the fact that it even exists. That's a good answer, Jacob. Yeah, agree.
Guys, just while we're waiting for things to get started, if you haven't already, please go and like the video and subscribe to the channel. As we've said many times, it really helps us out, and obviously we appreciate it hugely. Auntie Liz appreciates it, don't you?
Yes, I do. What was that word? Auntie Liz.
I don't know. I know you get shy when we ask people to subscribe to the channel, but everyone does it on YouTube, and it helps us. It really does. So yeah, thank you to everyone that has subscribed to our lovely little Strongman community.
Strongman Games is in December. Yes, first weekend. I think it's like the 2nd and 3rd in Charleston. Is it West Virginia? Yes.
That was where West Virginia was where my first World's Strongest Man was as well.
Rumors have it that Phil Pfister might do the over 50s.
That would be cool.
That would be cool
to see Phil Pfister, former World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
He'd be good as well. He was, you know, he was just naturally a good athlete.
What we're waiting for is Group 4 not started yet?
No.
God, World's Strongest Man. Stop being so selfish. Give us the action.
They're probably sending up a drone and getting some
I'll send up my own drone in a second. Nate, thank you for the super chat. Break. Thoughts on this new Pro Strongman League? Yes. Don't know an awful lot about it yet, but it seems to be in place of Clash on the Coast.
I think Clash is still going.
Well, but, I was followed by an account that said Clash isn't dead, which I thought, well, that's juicy.
So I think people that worked on Clash have just split into 2 separate
camps
entities, and Pro Strongman League seems to be pushing
wanting to do what Clash was.
I look forward to seeing what they can do. You know, what we like seeing is the sport progressing at all levels, all abilities, all weight classes, both like all different genders, and Strongman is more 2 genders. We won't go too deeply into that one. I was going to
say, hold on, you're opening a can of worms.
That could be an interesting one. We'll talk about that maybe another day. We won't save that one for today.
Josh, are there any old Strongman events that you would like to see back, like Tug of War? Just ordered a mug and autograph photos.
Thank you very much, Josh. I wouldn't want to see Tug of War, but there are old events that I think are cool.
Do you remember Jeff Cates versus Bill Kazma? I went on for like 8 minutes because they were in the sand and they both
dug a bit of a
they dug in and they both found. Well, Kaz definitely found a rock because I remember him talking about it and he was just waiting for Jeff to make his move, which he did like 8 minutes down the line. Oh, no, we don't need Tug of War, I guess.
What about wrist rolling?
Yeah, wrist rolling like this.
There's been some interesting events over the years. One of the funniest ones being Murderball. That was an interesting concept.
Liz, did you have a canoe poo? I was getting our daughter a drink and talking to her.
Canoe
poo. What's wrong with you? Quick, let's just click anything to make that comment go away. Derek Poundstone, one of the best ever not to win worlds.
Yes, absolutely. Derek Poundstone was unbelievable. Won the Arnolds a few times. came second at Worlds. We saw Derek I saw him at the Arnold's actually, and at OSG. He coaches Rob Kearney, and it's cool to see him still about.
It was so funny at the Arnold's. I'd never met Derek before.
No, you hadn't.
So I introduced myself to him. I was like, "Oh, it was really nice to finally meet you in person." He was like, "Oh, yeah." And we got chatting, but it was right before Mitch was about to go out and do something, and I told Mitch I'd record him, and I'm like, yeah. And Derek likes to chat, doesn't he? And I was like, Derek, I'm so sorry. I'll come back in a minute. I had to.
If you a Derek Poundstone fan, you haven't seen, I did a Talking Strongman with Derek about a year ago.
Oh, he loves to chat.
He's he's
really nice.
For a short period of time, he was dominating the sport.
Yeah, he was. Sort of 09-ish time, 08, 09. He was really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Derek. Nate, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts, mass wrestling versus Stone
like
Off.
mass wrestling. I've never done it, but I want to try it.
Yeah, probably not in a strongman competition.
No, I'd go and do it just as a mass wrestling event, but I don't want either to decide the competition. I don't like one event being so heavily favored.
Yeah.
Because strongman to me is about lots of events. It's about being a well-rounded athlete, well-rounded strongman, not necessarily just the best at one thing. You know, we could manipulate it to favor a number of people if that was the case. So I
like bar bending and murder ball. I like murder ball too.
What about you guys? What are your favorite events from the past? Let us know while we are waiting for the next event to start.
Jeffrey Richardson, thank you for the super chat. Is the deadlift yesterday or Conan's today going to tax the athletes for the stone off more? Is going all out yesterday going to catch up with some guys? Absolutely, yeah. They'll be feeling it. The guys who had to work really hard. It'll catch them
up even more, like probably by the first day of the final. Yeah. Because they've got that rest day tomorrow, and you think, oh, rest day, they'll recover. One day is not enough. Sometimes the next day is even worse. And, you know, they
wake up stiff as a board.
Yeah.
So sore.
By the final day, they are going to be hurting.
Just anyone who's trained hard knows, don't they?
Yeah. It's never the next day. It's the day after that. It's worse.
Especially after like a monster leg session or something.
That's always one of the tough things with a squat in the group. Squat for reps is probably one of the most taxing events you can do on the body. Yeah. Like if you really push to a high demanding amount of reps, definitely. It is so brutal. Whereas keg toss, not brutal at all on the body.
Kyle, thank you for the super chat. If a commercial gym wanted to start adding strongman implements, what would you recommend they start, and what the most important?
I would recommend a yoke farmer's combined implement. So you can get a yoke farmer, which kind of is yoke and
take
farmer
the top
together.
off and it becomes farmers instead.
I would get a log, maybe some sandbags, and some stones.
Yeah,
I think that's, you know, even if you don't get the stones, the sandbags are really good. You can do a lot of things.
Axle as well.
Axle is nice and easy. Yeah, good for grip, good for overhead, good for various different things.
Axle deadlift.
Yeah, you get those implements and you can really start doing a lot of the basics.
Did Mitch not attempt to throw the 7th? We think he
did.
I don't know.
I presume he did. Looking at the speed of 6, this is my guess without seeing it, and if anyone was there probably can correct me, but I'm guessing he tried his best to do all 7 as quick as possible.
Yeah,
looks like he did 6 really fast, and I would guess he failed the 7th.
Yeah, and then left it. Yeah, is our best guess. Thank you, Florian. Mango Fanta.
If anyone was there, I'd like to know if I'm right.
Fun fact: guinea pigs are a delicacy in Peru. Yum.
There you go. Interesting fact for us all.
Delicious.
Sumo. Someone wants to see sumo again. They've done sumo strongman a few times.
Load race in the water. They've done a couple of load races.
Loading in water is tough.
Yeah.
Loading on sand's hard, but loading in water is even worse.
Yeah, much worse. How is Brian Shaw doing?
He's doing very well. He's in a good position because although he's 3rd in his group, he can't be caught by Kevin in 4th. And
none of those 3
two events are very good for him.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got 2 great events coming.
The likelihood is that he wins this next event. And if he wins that, he could potentially end up qualifying without having to do the stones, but he will be confident on the stones.
Yeah, there's a chance he's got to do the stones, which you wouldn't have wanted. No one wants to do an extra event if they want to win World's Strongest Man.
Just because it's taking more energy out of you.
Exactly. But like you said, kettlebell throw is very good. There's a high chance he doesn't have to do stones.
Yeah.
But we will see. Car flip was awesome. Way cooler looking than a tire flip. Yes, definitely.
Mitch Hooper messaged me. Damn, lost a point.
So close. Loz, what are your top 3 best ever Polish strongmen?
Mariusz Pudzianowski, Mateusz Kiliszkowski,
and Radzikovsky.
and yeah, I think if you maybe not at World's Strongest Man,
No, but overall
overall
across the sport.
Radzikovsky. Radzikovsky is actually very successful in terms of competitions won.
Yeah.
He just didn't do that well at Worlds.
No.
Sebastian Venter was probably better at Worlds.
He was.
But Radzikovsky, amazing shoulder power, amazing deadlift, placed well in a lot of one-day shows, won a lot of one-day shows. So yeah, I'd say those three.
Yeah. Poundstone was the first win at Fortissimus too.
Poundstone, that Fortissimus comp was cool as well.
Yeah.
Really cool comp. And yes, he won that.
I can't believe they're making us wait. They are so rude. Oh. Yes, I have seen this. We in Latvia have a wife carrying competition where men carry their ladies up a hill.
Finland do it as well.
Would I be interested? I've wanted to do this. I told Lars I'd be willing to lose as much weight as possible to make it easier for us.
Gabriel only got 3.
What, right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. We're in group 4 now. Okay.
Yeah. So Gabriel he got 3 in 14 seconds.
It's like, Gabriel, who? But yeah, you have your legs over their shoulders and you wrap your arms around the waist. The woman's upside down. I think we could be good. You're strong and you're fit.
Yeah, I'm fitter than I used to be.
For your size, but much stronger than most of the other men that would be doing it.
I was pretty good at carrying weights.
For all of the other men that would be doing it, you'd be stronger than them.
But it depends how long I had to carry you for.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I'd be willing to lose some weight for it, Lozzie. It would be worth it. That would be some good motivation. Beesons, thank you for the super chat. Replace the stone off with sumo. Oh,
Bish is walking out.
Oh, so what's Bish gonna do?
Bish is good.
Very upset. Yeah, he's great and very upset after the Conan's mishap, where apparently the sort of cage full of rocks was rocking and he lost his balance and went down with it. And
Tim Jenkinson said, "Whoever is going now isn't doing well." I'm guessing they were talking about Gabriel Graham.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look at this. Gabriel was in the final last year. He's probably going to come last in his group this year. There's this World's Strongest Man. The standard's so high. One year you can get there, one year you might not. Different events make a big difference. So many factors.
Hey, Uncle Oz, do you just do program? Do you do just programming?
No.
It's a full-on coach.
So I expect anyone that I coach to send me training videos so we can monitor technique. I also like just seeing videos of how things are moving because that helps me plan your next program. But I also invite clients to come down and train with me. And I sometimes try and meet up with clients when I'm traveling as well. So obviously, it's not always possible if you live quite far away, but I do give people that option. Sometimes I'll communicate via WhatsApp, sometimes through FaceTime, Skype chats. Depends on the athlete, the level, what's needed. But I try and be as hands-on as possible. Sometimes like weeks like this,
it's a bit harder.
It's a little bit harder, but most of and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As soon as I'm off this, I'm replying to people early in the morning.
Any more results?
No, we're waiting for Bish the whistle.
Are they consistently sending through?
Yeah, Monica was
cool. See, Lion Eye, thank you for the super chat. No question, just keep being a pair of legends. Thank you.
Bish
so
did
much.
6.
Okay, good.
So
what time?
Couldn't get the last one. We don't know about the time.
Okay, that's good. I expected Bish to do 6.
Why do I always talk up Graham Hicks? Because I've trained with Graham regularly. Other people have trained with Graham regularly.
Brian said how amazing
Graham
he was
in the gym.
Yeah,
is an absolute monster,
and you just expect it in competition.
So then you just kind of expect it. And this is, the reality is Graham's underperformed in a lot of comps, and we can't sort of keep defending him. But
not defending him, we're just saying Graham is incredible in the gym, but then it doesn't come together in competition.
Yeah,
so we pick him up based on what we know and what we see.
And but people are right. He's not done that well in the last few shows that he's done. He should have done better. I personally believe. I think Graham has underperformed in terms of ability, but if he gets it right, and he does occasionally, he's very dangerous. I think Hicksy is more suited to. I think he needs to get himself feeling fit and healthy because he has had he's had a lot on. He's had injury and illness issues. Yeah. Now he needs to kind of really think seriously, right? What comp I want to do, and I'm going to go and be at my absolute best. Because Hicksy, when he is at his best, is a beast. I personally think Hicksy's a better powerlifter than Strongman. I think he could
built better for powerlifting
push to some huge numbers in powerlifting, but he's got to do what he wants to do. And even doing badly, he's still Oh, so not badly, but even underperforming slightly. He was still third at Britain's.
Yeah.
He still did okay. He's done okay at Worlds this year. He's got through it. But yeah, I can see why people probably think we big him up too much if he doesn't then perform.
Jason, thank you for the super chat. Best way to watch all previous competitions? Are they sold digitally?
Sorry,
anywhere?
before I answer that, 6 in 32.29 seconds
For Bish. Okay.
Where's the best way to watch? So World's Strongest Man and Giants Live have started putting out some old videos, haven't they?
Yeah, there's more on. Well, actually, no, because we lost. What was that? Hitch Strongman.
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
great channel, and there was loads.
But they were just.
You can find pretty much every single episode.
World's
of
Strongest Man.
On
World's
YouTube.
Strongest Man have posted a lot of the old ones,
Yeah.
full episodes. Giants Live have also posted a lot of Giants Live full episodes.
I don't think they're sold digitally anywhere, unless anyone in the comments knows of somewhere.
I managed to get copies years ago of a lot of competitions on discs. But if you do search, you'll be surprised at what you can find online.
Oh, look at this. Shade 89. Thank you for the super chat. I asked Hicks for a pic and he said no. Ran into the tent and came back with a clean t-shirt because he wanted to hold my 3-month-old daughter for the picture.
There we go.
I was so upset at first. Well played, Hicks. That's
Hicks.
Cute.
He's a good guy. You know, he's a very good. He's a real family person.
Yeah, he is. Loves kids.
Loves kids. Obviously, he's a great dad, great husband, very supportive family. And his family come first to him, and you know, maybe that's what holds him back a little bit sometimes. I'm the same, and it does, when these things are more important. Sometimes to be a great athlete, you need to be selfish.
Yeah,
and
he's not selfish.
He's just not. But he is ridiculously strong.
1/2. What's this? 1/2 from Monica.
Is there a meet and greet in OSG or SCL Gloucester? No, there's not really like an official meet and greet.
There's no need for it, to be honest, because
when we were at SCL Gloucester last year, I hung around afterwards and met anyone that wanted to come and say hello.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same this year at the Masters that I'm competing in. If anyone wants to meet me, I will stay as long as needed after the competition, because I've never had the opportunity to compete in my hometown. Now I live in Swindon now, but I'm from Gloucestershire, and that's where the competition is happening. So it's quite exciting for me. I'm not in my best shape. I'm not the guy I used to be, but I'm looking forward to doing a show in front of, you know, a lot of people that will hopefully be there to support me.
Yeah. I think, did I just read that Kevin's up? Luna, I remember a comp where they had 10 events. Was that IFSA or Fortissimus? Big C, Derek Poundstone, and Benny Magnuson were in it. That was Fortissimus, wasn't it? Although the IFSA competitions...
sorry, I'm just kind of reading that Kevin's up. So let's get back to that in a second. Kevin,
we will catch up in
for
all the super chats soon, I promise.
Yeah, well, there'll be a big gap as well between...
Yeah.
But...
I try and stay on top of the comments.
What was the question? I remember a comp where they had 10 events. That was Fortissimus, yes. Fortissimus, Derek Poundstone. I can't remember if Benny might have been in it, but
Benny was never an IFSA, was he?
Yes, he was.
Oh, was he? Oh, maybe it was IFSA then. Did Benny do Fortissimus?
I can't remember.
No.
I don't remember him doing Fortissimus.
No.
So 5 for Kevin in 34.09.
Interesting.
Right.
Bit all over the place, the results of this one.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about what it means for the top 3 guys at this moment. Could be a relatively comfortable and easy win for Brian. But we don't know. Well, I think Brian will win it.
Yeah.
Met Mika Toro today in the supermarket. Nice guy. Mika is a nice guy.
He's lovely.
We met him in Gloucester last year, didn't we? At the Strongman Champions League.
Yeah, we really liked him. He was at Worlds last year.
Tom getting on, if you're just tuning in, Tom is in a stone off. He's going to be in a stone off against Bobby Thompson. He placed second in his group, which was won by Pavlo Kordiaka. Simulation, and thank you for the super chat. It's okay to say all genders, guys. My 9-year-old trans son loves you guys and loves the sport. There's real people behind the culture war. Love you guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very
God bless
much.
you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We just don't want to open anything on the chat.
We're not ready for that
The
today.
problem is, and
there's always
unfortunately,
someone that
certain topics inspire some people to derail the chat completely, and then it's hard to rein it all back in.
We want to
It's the
focus
sad
on
reality.
the world's strongest man today and this week. But thank you very much for the super chat, and we hope you're all enjoying it.
Yes. Timothy, and we will try and be more child friendly with our swearing, but we do get excited. Timothy, thank you for the super chat. Would be so cool if World's Strongest Man worked more with you two, so your waiting parties could be more like radio, with Lost telling us all how the athletes look and so on. Keep up the great work, Liz.
Thank you,
We
guys.
think
Go
in the
and
absence,
go and give World's Strongest Man a nudge. you know,
yeah,
little
just harass them on
subtle
Instagram.
comments.
Not subtle, harass them. Don't tell them we told you to. Just harass them.
One is over. I saw from Monica.
Who's up?
Brian's up next, guys.
Oh my
Brian
goodness.
Shaw
Here we
is
go.
up. Is he going to do all 7? I expect him to. This
Absolutely
is a
expect him
Brian
to.
Shaw speciality.
Mhm.
This is one of his best events.
He'll do 7. Oh, this was a super chat from Douglas. It just got disconnected. As a larger guy like you, I'm fluffier. Where is the best place to shop for clothing, Rozzy?
I used to be sponsored by a company called Big Clothing for You, which have sizes up to like 10XL.
Yeah, massive
So
sizes.
sizing problem isn't a problem with them.
Massive size.
Actually, I
Mindset
became a
reasons.
problem for them because I
You
lost too much weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we ended up having to go our separate ways. So it was good for me in terms of I can fit into a bit more
Yeah.
normal clothes now. But I lost the sponsorship for losing weight.
A lot of sports shops online, like sports soccer and places like that, they do a lot of bigger sizes as well. I found when shopping for clothes
Yeah.
online in
Yeah.
a variety of different clothes. It's not just sports clothes. So
I
definitely
mean,
worth
I'm
looking
as
at.
most of you probably can tell, I don't really care too much about fashion.
Loz wears the t-shirts that get sent to him.
I like comfort.
Mm. Oh, come on. What's going on
Brian
with Brian?
waiting on the
He's
whistle.
waiting on the whistle.
I think Brian does all 7.
Yeah, I think so too.
Be interesting to see if he's faster than Kiliashkovsky.
Yeah, that will be interesting. And they're the only two who to get 7 so far, aren't they? Wow, sorry, Brian hasn't done it yet, but they
Yeah.
would be the only two. Kiliashkovsky is the only one.
Hey Loz, your top 3 overall exercise excluding squat, bench, deadlift. Overhead, like push pressing, power cleans.
This is snatch grip deadlift.
Yeah, I'm very much like I like to keep things simple. So I like to get really good at certain exercises or variations of certain exercises. But yeah, I mean,
And Brian's off.
Brian is off. Excuse me, we'll get back to you.
Come on, Brian. Dylan, 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 Dylan. I can imagine them now flying through the air.
Yeah, there's 1, there's 2, there's
Yeah.
3.
This won't take long. We should have the results quite quickly.
It's
Brian
still
is
one of
usually
those events
very
that
fast.
anything can happen. But yes,
but
I
he's so
expect
well-trained on
I
this.
expect Brian to do it well. What is happening? Is anyone there?
We're stuck up here in the comments, so
Scroll down a little, see what's happening.
yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh no, it's jumped. Oh
It's all
gosh.
right, don't worry.
Yeah, but then I end
Yeah,
up.
you've
Okay,
clicked
we're
on that,
okay.
so you're fine. Come on, what's happening? This is
goodness me.
terrible. I need to see what's going on.
I know.
7 over.
7. There you go.
Now,
called it.
what's the time?
Mr. Wolf.
What is the time for Brian Shaw on 7?
Different.
Is it Rauno next?
Yeah.
Oh, Rauno's
Yeah, it
next.
is.
7 over on the 2nd attempt. So he did have to do the 7th one 2 times.
Mhm.
Is that going to? I mean, it's enough to be top.
It
of
will
this.
win this.
Crowd
group,
is going
shouldn't it?
wild for Brian Shaw.
Oh.
It'll win this group. I just want to see if it beats. No, 7 in 48 seconds. So the second
okay.
best so far. So good for Kiliashkovsky.
That was great from Kiliashkovsky.
Good confidence boost for him. But Brian
Mm.
Shaw, I can't see anyone in this group beating that.
One more exercise, Lozzie. One more of your favorite
What did
exercises.
I say? I said push press, power clean, and pendlay rows. There you go.
There you go. Shanklin, thank you for the super chat. Is a Europeans 4XL different from a USA 4XL?
Yes, I believe the European
Ours is
clothing is
smaller.
slightly smaller than the
Mm.
US. So
Yeah.
US is a good place to get clothes, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
When Brian's on the toss, it's like the rapture for kettles. Get ready, today we ascend. Brian, wow. that was-
Rauno's next.
Oh, goodness. Okay. No talking, anyone.
Auntie
Just
Liz
bring out your
is-
Rauno memes. Liz, what are your shirt sizes? I'm a medium. Loz is a 2XL.
Am I 2XL these days?
Yeah,
I
you
think
are.
I'm-
You
I used
are.
to be like 3 or 4, but I'm.
I-
literally these days.
whenever-
What does this say on the back here?
It's a 2XL because World's Strongest Man said, "What size is Loz?" And I said
Okay,
2XL.
there you go.
And that fits you
2XL.
perfectly, doesn't it? There you go, 2XL. Right, yes, thank you. Bring out your Rauno emojis.
There's the Rauno support.
Come on. Oh.
Rauno. Come on. What can he do?
He should do 6, hopefully.
So let's just check what the score is before this. He was 1 point. Like,
He's
so
1.5 points behind Yako.
I
1
can't
point
see
ahead.
him beating Brian. Can you?
No, never. I think Brian wins this. What we want is for Rauno to be in a stone off with Yako and have the second place advantage.
Well, he's going to have to do well. He's going to have to really be second at worst, isn't he?
The chances
Well,
of winning the group
it
went
depends.
a while ago. Must scream for Rauno in a minute when he is out. Oh, he's not out yet. Sorry, guys. He's
Right, let's see if we've got any questions to
There's
answer.
one at the bottom. That's just all Rauno.
Lots of Rauno support there.
People saying
here we
don't spam, and I'm like, spam. Sorry.
This is causing problems.
Sorry. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Where are always naturally strong? What age did you realize your strength was
I'm
above
guessing, were you
average?
always naturally
Yeah,
strong?
sorry.
Yes, I was naturally strong. I was strong as a kid at school. Probably the strongest kid in my school.
Says Ryan is on the platform.
Very
Keep going.
sporty, liked doing a variety of different sports as a kid. And certain things came more natural to me. Like my pressing was always terrible. My upper body strength was bad, but my lower body strength and my grip was very good. And I found moving with weights came quite natural to me. Can't believe we've got over 5,000 people here with us
I know.
joining
crazy.
this live. Thank you so much to all of you.
Rauno's chalking.
If you are new to the channel, please go and give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out so much. And Rauno is getting himself ready for the kettlebell toss. Coughing complete.
Yes, coughing done.
Coughing
Rauno
done.
is locked and loaded.
Rauno,
and
if he
ready
doesn't
to go.
cough, there is problems.
Yeah, I'd be worried.
It's become his, like,
It's the
when you
thing.
watch athletes, they've all got little traits that they do. And
Alexi touches everything, and
Rauno always coughs.
you had your little shorts hitch.
Ivers has this little growl
War cry,
before.
his war
Yeah.
cry. Everyone's got something.
They'll all put like straps on the same way.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to watch.
Rauno's part cat.
He's got a cute little cat, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he is part cat.
Come on, Rauno.
You won't get it there first.
No, I know.
Go
I was
on.
just seeing.
Go back there, coughing complete. Benny coughed too. Ivers wakes up, yeah, very briefly for about 60 to 75 seconds. Rauno on deck. Rauno coughs up.
Come on, Rauno.
Come on, Rauno.
I am genuinely nervous for him.
Oh, me too. Oh,
Mitch has a habit of winning everything. Yes, he does.
horrible habit, that one.
Not the worst habit. Imagine your
For a strong
superpower is you win things.
I've just put a big ticket on the lottery.
He's still got a long way to go to catch up to Drinus, though.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Oh, this is killing us.
Yeah, someone's put Rauno 5, but I don't know if that's a prediction.
I think Rauno's going to do 6.
I hope Rauno does 6. How many guys? Hold on. So in his group, we've had 7, 5, 6, and 3. So 6 is good points. It's if you do it in quicker than 32.29 seconds, it's second place behind Brian, which is kind of what he needs.
Yeah.
So 6 faster than 32.29.
Shanklin, thank you for the super chat. Should be no stones if there is a 2-point lead.
More than 2-point lead, yeah. There's none of us like the stone off. I don't like anyone who is truly happy with the stone off in the current format when someone can be so dominant in second place ahead of third.
Oof.
But it doesn't matter.
Come on, Rauno. This waiting is the worst.
I know. My heart, man. My poor heart.
5 in
Oh,
44.51.
Okay, so that puts him in fourth place. That is not good. He's going to be... It depends where Yako comes now.
So Brian has definitely overtaken him.
Yeah.
Now,
It all depends on where Yako comes. If Brian is in a stone off, or
ideally,
if
he
Brian
wants
wins
Brian
the
to
group.
win the group and be against Yako.
He needs Yako to do badly here. Yeah, we will find out.
Oof.
Oh
Oof.
man!
So Brian should take the win here, get 6 points. That'll put Brian on 23.5 points. So Yako needs to stay ahead of Brian. He needs to come no worse than 4th.
No worse than fourth. And what is fourth? What's the fourth best performance? 1, 2, 3. Rauno is fourth.
Okay.
So he needs to be better than 5 in 44.51 seconds.
Okay.
Palpitations. You mentioned Hit Strongman earlier, and I'd like to make everyone aware that most of his videos are up on a channel called Strongman Classics.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know that they're his videos though.
In fact,
they were old World's Strongest Man videos, and I think
think
that's why a lot of them were taken down.
And World's Strongest Man took over the channel, in fact. Yeah. But because they had all rights to the content on there. That's what we've heard anyway. But that's good to know. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
Right. Everyone, we just need to wait. Is Yakko on the deck? Probably not yet. This is stressful.
Yakko needs 6 to win the group. Apparently.
6 what? He needs more than just... Hold on.
6 kettlebells.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, in what time? Because
I don't
someone's
think
already
it-
got 6.
I think he just needs 6 to beat 1, 2, 3 guys.
Oh, yeah. In which case, yeah.
So
No,
he needs
5.5.
he needs to do if he does 6, he'll win the group.
He's... Oh, yes, of course. I was looking at Rauno's score,
No,
not
don't look at
Brian's.
Rauno.
Yes, sorry. 2.5 points.
Mhm.
He's 2.5 points behind Brian Shaw. No, he's
No, he's
3.5 points behind
So
Brian.
he needs to get, if he gets 6, he's won the group.
Okay. That would be, oh my
Still
goodness.
could
Can you
do
imagine?
5 in a fast time.
That
good
would
enough.
be 2 years in a row that Brian has been mogged in a group by a rookie.
Bit of a struggle. First one didn't go over first try. Neither did the second.
Do you know what I heard? He is a bad thrower, but I don't like to say these things. So is he still going?
This could be very good for Brian and for Rauno.
This could be.
Interesting. What is happening?
Goodness. What is happening? My head is throbbing. I need to get the painkillers back out. We have a little video. Who is that?
That's Rauno. Isn't it? Yeah, I don't need to watch.
We don't need to watch that. Thank you. We'll watch it later.
Right. It doesn't look like it's going that well for
Yakko.
Yakko. I do not know the results yet. Yakko is...
I'm so tense. My back hurts. My back hurts too. I feel sick.
Oh, Yakko's coming out. I'm getting confused.
What? Yakko's coming out.
Yes.
Hold on.
Right. This is the problem.
Yeah.
We're not seeing what's going on.
Miscommunication. Rauno flopped his first one, then the second one. Right. Yeah, then he got the first one. She was still talking about Rauno.
Yes. Oh, that one was... No, he missed.
Mm.
Plenty high enough.
But I did
Rauno
hear...
missed, there we go. Rauno missed the first 2
Yeah,
throws.
there you go. My back always hurts. Mine too, Aaron. Yeah. Gosh, you're killing me.
I'm
We're
killing myself. And
ourselves.
Auntie Liz makes it worse with the freaking out in my ear.
Sorry.
Right. Yakko is stepping up. Oh, this is stressful.
This is stressful. Drink water, Liz. Stay hydrated for that headache. Yeah. Oh well.
Waiting on the
Waiting
whistle.
on the whistle.
Come on.
Oh, dearie me.
No, this is tough because I've been so impressed with Yakko, but obviously I
know.
want Rauno to do well.
I know.
And,
You always end up so
it's horrible.
conflicted.
Who is your favorite old school World's Strongest Man? Mine was Bruce Wilhelm. I've got
Oh,
a
that
great
jumped.
chat with Bruce Wilhelm. That guy does not give an F, does he? He
Yeah,
was
Bruce
hilarious to
is
chat
hilarious. He's like, what other questions you got for me? And he just like dissing everyone.
Yeah, he was
everyone. He's like, that guy, he was a jackass. I loved him. Like, you know, I want him to be my friend. And
Honestly, I really like Don Reinhardt. I thought he was amazing.
Yeah.
But I love Kaz. Kaz was just great to watch. The intensity, the kind of stare.
Yeah.
I loved O.D. Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, I feel sick. Liz sound mogging lols.
She's really...
I'm
Mrs.
really
Six. Mrs. Six.
Miss
Come on, what's
Six
happening? What's happening?
or-
What's happening? Got 5 over. 6 over. I think Yakko
6
might have done
over.
6.
In that case, he has won the group.
Look at this 4 over 5.
Fast 5. Oh, for God's sake.
a
We
look
just
on-
need a clear answer from someone who's actually there.
I think he's done enough from what I can see.
Ah, Browno just texted me, totally fucked up stone with Brian. So that means Yakko has done enough. Oh, dear.
That's not going to be good for Rauno.
Um,
It's not good for
it's not good for
Brian,
Brian either.
because Brian's going to have to work, but Brian will come out on top there. 6 rolled over.
Oh, Rauno. It's not over yet.
Yakko on fire. Yakko has been on fire. Absolutely, he has. And you know what? Fair play to Yakko. It's been such a great performance from him.
Mm.
You just got to say well done. So Yakko did 6 in 47 seconds. Good enough to hold on to first place overall in the group. Whew.
Oh, dear. Oh, man.
Auntie Liz cannot hide her disappointment right now.
No, I can't.
It's hard though, isn't it?
I
Because
can't
like
and I won't.
you know, Yakko did unbelievably well, and he deserves to get
Yakko's
through.
brilliant. He does
So,
deserve to get through. To
Just because
final,
Rauno's our
absolutely.
friend, obviously we want him to get through, but
Yeah.
you have to say,
We're
know,
also
well
honest
done.
about people's chances.
You know, you have to say well done to Yakko. He's done
Oh
unbelievable.
yeah, no, it's nothing against Yakko. It's more against Rauno's chances of a stone off.
Sure,
Brian,
it's going to be very
Oh.
difficult now. But group number 4, then Yakko Schoonwinkel, 24 points.
It's incredible though.
Brian Shaw, 23.5 points. Rauno on 20.5 points. Adam Bishop, 14 points. Kevin on 13.5, and Gabriel Ram on 9.5.
That is both Brian and Tom in a stone off.
Wow.
Mm.
Brian Shaw in another stone off, and this time it's against Rauno.
Yeah.
So
Should be quite different to Bobby last year, but I just said to Rauno, it's not over yet. You need to keep fighting. Make Brian work hard. No mistakes. Fully prepared. No giving up. There you go. That's my pep talk.
That's your coaching.
Yeah, that's my coaching.
That's all he can do at this stage is fight hard for every single rep. Just focus on one rep at a time.
Mm.
Keep that stone going over and make Brian win it. You know,
Yeah.
just don't give up.
No,
Make
because,
him work for it.
Yeah. You can't go in thinking I have no chance.
No.
Or you won't win. You'll never win with that
Absolutely.
attitude, will you?
Right.
Yeah.
Did everyone find that as exciting as we did and as stressful as we
Exciting.
did?
It's been horrible.
Well, you know, you can't say it's horrible. It's sport. And
I
these
can.
things.
And I will. Don't try and talk me out of it.
All right.
I'm
I'll
emotional.
leave you to it.
Yeah.
She needs a moment.
No,
But no.
Toby, I just don't like the stone off.
No, I don't like the stone off either. But the fact is, even if there was no stone off, if
Yeah,
it's stones,
like
I think.
said, when it goes in your athletes or my athletes' favor or against them, I don't like the format right now, and it's been.
But you don't like it. Like I don't like the format at all. Full stop.
No,
So
that's what I mean. That was stressful, sweating more than my deadlifts.
we have one more group to go. One more group to go. Evan Singleton is leading group 5. Trey Mitchell is in second, and Athor is in third.
This will be an interesting one. Evan really needs to keep his cool on this event because this is one where being jittery can really mess you up, like it just did.
Evan seems to have been cool as a cucumber all comp so far.
Yeah, we missed a few super chats during that. Matt,
let's go and sort them out.
Thank you, Lars. Many people couldn't move the weights in World's Strongest Man even with supplements. How can you tell if you've got the right genetics?
You should know if you've got the right genetics. Like I'll say this now, okay? And this is important. If you need to take supplements to compete in a novice competition, you have not got the right genetics to do strongman. I'm saying that right here and right now for anyone that kind of takes
not to be
that
competitive in strongman anyway.
Like if you can't get to a good level naturally, don't even think about this sport. It's not for you.
There you go. Can we please explain how the second and third stone off works a little, please? Yes, we can. Now we've calmed. So second place has an advantage over third place in as much as they only have to return the stone to third place. So they start off over here. There's these wooden frames and a stone series, and then they rep out the last one. So
is it 5 or 6 stones?
I think it's 5.
5.
Third place goes first, lifts a stone over. Third place, no, sorry.
Second place.
Second place returns it. And then second returns it. So third place has to lift one more stone than second place in order to win.
That is the advantage that they are given for being higher in the group.
It's not a huge advantage in cases like Matt Ragg, who is 5 points clear of second place. It's not.
Was it Alexei Novikov? Was it 8 points clear?
There was no advantage then, though. It's literally whoever failed first.
And he had a
and he had a
massive lead.
7-point lead over Trey Mitchell in 2019. That was the last man standing. They lifted that stone 13 times, but that was a 180 kilo stone. It was slightly lighter, but just as horrendous.
Still,
Awful. So there you go. Jacques, thank you for the super chat. Yakko, so proud as a
Monica
South
said,
African.
please stop sending around no worries to me. I'm all sorts of nervous.
Sorry, Monica. If I have to suffer, you all have to suffer. I wish he could get more recognition for what he is achieving. Thank you, Loz and Tanny Liz. Worlds needs you guys competing and planning groups. Is that Afrikaans? Is
Thank
it?
you. Thank you so much. And it's been really good to see Yakko.
Yakko's been brilliant, to be fair.
We met him at OSG. He did amazing there. And it's really good seeing the progress that he's made since then. He's put the work in.
Yeah, he has.
And
he's
now
very good.
He's been rewarded. He has got to his first World's Strongest Man. He's in the final. He deserves to be in that final. He's performed exceptionally well.
Yeah. I wanted Brian and Rauno through. Very sad faces from Ryan. A lot of people want Luke and Gav through. You wanted Tom,
Bobby.
Pavlo, and Bobby through. It's hard.
Absolutely.
I think all of us wanted Mateusz through.
The groups are emotional. They are always emotional.
And that's the thing. Like, so many people do their predictions before the groups are even announced, like for the top 10 or for how it's going to go in the final. And we're like, some of your favorites will not make the final because there will be 3 of them in one group. You can guarantee it. And this is how it happens. So come on, Rauno. Still lots of support in the comments.
Brian's got this. Well on, Laws. Agreed. Best advice from Uncle Laws. Thank you, guys.
Rauno, go eat meat that does not look like meat. Yes, that's the best thing he can do. No, he wouldn't eat
Tom
much at this
Stoltman
point.
is into the stone off. People asking, just in case you are just joining us, I'll very quickly go through.
Just say who's won the group.
So Pavlo Kordiaka has won group number 1 on 25 points, and we have Tom Stoltman versus Bobby Thompson in the stone off.
Tom Stoltman's in second place, so he has that
Alexei
slight advantage.
Novikov has won group number 2, and Luke Stoltman is against Gav Bilton in the stone off. Mitch Hooper has won group number 3, and Matt Ragg and Ivers Schmaukstelis are in the stone off. Group 4 won by Jakko Schoonwinkel, and Brian Shaw and Rauno Hainler are in the stone off.
And guys, for like student drinks, thank you so much for the super chat. You didn't know who Yakko was. He came via the OSG route, and you all need to be keeping an eye on that because the year before, Pavlo Kordiaka won OSG. And look now, he's Europe's strongest man. This is a legitimate
Luke Richardson
strong
has won
pathway. Trey Mitchell won it as well. Some really good guys have come through that route.
It is a breeding ground for up and coming talent.
Breeding ground.
It is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's not people mating or anything, trying to make strong babies. But he has been absolutely amazing from the very first event, winning the loading race. Like, especially, I mean, Kevin and Adam just been so non-present in this group almost compared to the top 3, which is such a huge surprise.
And they're both great strongmen.
So many people were thinking of the mindset it's going to be Brian and either one of those two. But it just goes to show you never ever know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Greek Goliath, Rag and Ivers are going to kill each other. Hopefully not, but yeah, they're both very good stone lifters. It will be a bloodbath.
Battle.
It's going to be horrible. And whoever does eventually scrape through the final, it just doesn't leave them in their best.
This is a man that's going to be going for the American deadlift record later in the year.
Yeah. Brian Haight is real in here. It's not. There's just a lot of Rauno fans in here. Douglas, thank you for the super chat. World's Strongest Man needs to be live streamed. You should be there videoing it for us. That would be nice. But we would definitely get slapped wrists.
What was that? Go up slightly. It seems Yakko is the new Hooper. We will see. He's doing exceptionally well. And
ended up in Brian Shaw's group as a first timer at World's Strongest Man and won the group.
Yes.
Who would have thunk it?
I know.
All the stone offs so far make my heart hurt a bit. I know. And
the only good news about one of the stone offs is we're guaranteed a Brit in the final.
I don't care about that. I honestly don't. I don't care where people are from. I want the best in the final.
But I'm just
Call me
saying,
unpatriotic.
you're getting way too emotional, Auntie Liz.
No,
Chill
I'm
out.
not. This is me calm.
No.
You know it. Strong Wooden Designs. Thank you for the super chat. Stone-off should be between the third place finishers in each group and have an 11-man final. I would prefer
Or even
that.
a 15-man final would be.
Yes, would be even better. Make him do the stone-off and then say, psych, you're all in.
You make up some weird stuff.
An overactive imagination.
Any talk shit about postponing Saturday's event? No, we've not heard anything yet
No.
about what's happening Saturday.
Likely won't until they all wake up on Saturday morning and see if the weather is really causing problems.
We'll keep people up to date. So
Yeah.
on our
community
page, we'll put posts up, or on Instagram. I'm sure World Strongest Man will
They
as well.
will,
Anyway,
yeah.
they know fans are coming. They'll want to keep everyone updated. I think they'll try and get it done.
Oh, yeah, they will try, yeah. Chris, who wins in the stone-off, Evan or Aethor?
Battle. That's a battle.
That's a hard one to call.
Very hard one to predict.
And it will depend on who's got that second place advantage. I would give Aethor the edge.
Really?
Slightly, I think.
Really?
I don't know. Would I?
I think Evan's a good stone lifter. He has made mistakes before, but he's won stones.
Yeah,
he's
I just think Aethor's a calmer, cooler, collected guy.
But I think honestly, I think whoever has the advantage.
Yeah.
So whichever of them finishes in second place
is likely to be the winner.
Because I think they're similar in terms of ability. And I think that is an advantage when you are similar in terms of stone lifting ability.
Remember Rauno to powder and tacky up, super sticky. Bobby T asked, was versus Brian last year. Did you sweat on the stone and was unable to lift one rep? That was more, it was supposed to be a joke, wasn't it? Did you sweat on the stone? Yeah, it was a tacky issue for Bobby, and just the fact that it's not a great event for him, and then with the tacky not being perfect as well. Yes, Matt Ragg is a very good stone lifter. He won the stones at OSG. So he was good. Liz and Loz, how rare do you think unbiased commentators are? Like you, Liz, saying Yakko is a bad thrower when he's not even gone yet. I heard that from another competitor. I won't say who, because they might have been playing mind games, but I heard that, and that was in reaction to us thinking that was in reference to Yakko's performance. So it's not about being unbiased. It's about hearing things and then seeing them.
I think Coco is going up.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
But yeah, when we've got no competition data, sometimes we can only go on what we hear from people we trust. But there you go. But yeah, I think there must be some unbiased commentary in Strongman. Maybe there isn't. How is the order of the fingers decided? We talked about this, didn't we? And usually the group winners.
Normally, the group winners will go out. Well, it'll probably be 2 at a time.
Yes.
So yeah, it'll come down to TV's discretion at the end of the day.
You could find that even though he's in a stone off, if Brian's in the final, he would end up in the last pairing because they know it's one of his best events.
So Coco got 2 in 23.65. It's not been the best comp for Coco.
No, it hasn't.
He needs to go home, see his lovely new son and wife, and not that wife is new.
New wife.
And then we need to get focused on some good, solid off-season training.
Let's see.
Right. This group is so decided. So, these first 3 just might not put that much effort in. Mark Felix is not notoriously the best thrower.
No.
Paul Smith is. We knew these events weren't going to be good for Paul, but then it is all about Aethor, Trey, and Evan Singleton. That will be exciting.
Yeah. Liz, be more patriotic. Up the Brits. I've never supported people just based on where they're from.
No, you kind of go on who you just get on with more than anything, don't you?
Yeah, and who I enjoy watching as an athlete, and that's never related to where they're from. Don't know if that's strange or if that's a more normal take on things. I think it's a more balanced take, but there we go. Rob, thank you for the super chat. What about replacing the stone off by taking the top 2 from each group, then taking 2 wild cards? That would be great, and that's what they did in 2014.
What they did was take the 2 athletes that have placed the highest in,
the highest place in third place.
Yes,
in their group. Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to get 2 extras into the
definitely.
Because a 12-man final makes sense as well.
Yeah, because you can still have your pairs. It's not messed up, is it? No. If it's still an even number.
Yeah. So next will be Mark Felix.
Stoneoff is idiotic and
This is
going to
be Mark's last ever event at World's Strongest Man. Let's kind of remember that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a moment.
This is an emotional moment.
It's a shame it's not an event he's good at, isn't it?
The biggest stone is 200 kilos, Monica has told us just there.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Monica.
Yeah, and they'll have to rep that back and forth until someone can't go anymore. Eddie and Mitch showing bits and pieces of clips. What are the rules on sharing that content?
For most people, it's not allowed. For Eddie, there is exceptions because it's Eddie.
Thank you for the super chat. Sort of 2019 and back, people got away with a lot more, and then 2020 there was hardly, because it was the COVID year, but they did start cracking down on it a lot harder, didn't they?
Depends though. It might be the clips that World's Strongest Man are allowing people to send, because they do have clips that people can use.
Yeah, probably
so
not though. It sounds more like original content. Michael, has anyone ever won the title after Stoneoff? Tom in 2021.
Yes,
he was in the
Tom
Stoneoff.
was in the Stoneoff, went on to win.
Yeah. And that's part of being a great stone lifter, is that it doesn't necessarily take as much out of you, does it? Especially if it ends up being easy to beat the guy opposite you. Reset happening, the Mark will go.
I think Mark is up. Come on, Mark. Finish strong. He's got 3 over apparently so far. Yeah. Go on, Mark. Finish strong. 4 over for Mark.
Oh, that's good. Come on, Mark.
If he gets 5, that'll be brilliant. Mark Felix, his last ever World's Strongest Man contest. I bet he wishes it was the wrecking ball hold.
I know, or Hercules hold, or anything.
So Mark got 4 in total.
That's okay.
So for Mark, that's probably...
We should have a little brava for Mark Felix. Last event at World's Strongest Man. Bless him.
His last World's Strongest Man.
18 years at the competition.
Crazy.
It is crazy. And it could have been more, because he's missed years in that time as well.
Well, he competed for IFSA at one point. Yeah. So.
Yes. Thank you. This is what I mean. Absolutely, Liz. Good people, no matter where they're from. Root for good people, not flags. That's how I feel. Yeah. I feel like if we're born into mostly safe, wealthy countries, we're just very, very lucky, but it doesn't make us better or more special. And no. I don't really care where anyone's from, but yes, there we go. Replace Stoneoff with a thumb walk. You know what? I could be in with a shot. I've beaten some of these guys.
You beat Mark Felix, didn't you?
I've beaten Alexi.
So we're just waiting on the time for Mark Felix.
Yeah. Alejandro, thank you for the super chat. What should matter most, having British pride or your home country pride? For example, English or Scottish pride, since UK is made of many countries. You're asking me, like, I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah, there's amazing things about, one of the great things about doing Strongman is being able to travel all over the world. And there are amazing people in every country, and there are bad people in every country.
Yeah. And,
we try and focus more on the people than the place. Yeah. There are places we love. We love living in England. We love where we live.
Yeah, we would have moved.
It's really nice. We love Scotland. We love going up to Scotland. It's just a beautiful place. Yeah. The people are very passionate about being Scottish, but they're very welcoming. Whenever we go up there, we have a lovely time. And I've been to many countries all over the world, and it's, the same thing. It's one of the nicest things about doing Strongman for me over my career, is that I've been able to go to so many different places.
Yeah, but it's not something like British or English pride isn't really something we feel strongly about anyway. Like sometimes I remember the 2012 Olympics, the opening ceremony, feeling very proud because we'd done a great show. We hadn't shown ourselves.
Your sister was in that?
My sister was in she wasn't an Olympian, but she was part of the opening ceremony. So it was nice, and it was very...
That was cool.
Yeah, and whenever we have the
it's nice
fireworks...
when your countries come together and stuff, you see people all doing positive things.
I love the London fireworks at New Year's Eve as well. And
anyway, Mark's time, 4 in 42.66.
Okay. Right. We are digressing massively.
Evan,
what can we expect to see? Mark versus Tao versus Loz in Masters. When? Oh, that's never going to happen.
I think Terry is very much focused on bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Mark is going to do the over 50s. I'm going to do the over 40s.
Loz is and Mark will be in the over 60s by the time Loz gets to the over 50s. There will be by then.
I won't ever do the over 50s.
No, I know.
it's not like people say never, and I agree. You should never say never, but it hurts me now. I can't even think of doing it in 10 years' time. And I have some other fitness goals that I want to focus on as well.
Yeah. Douglas, thank you for the super chat. If I can throw a ping pong ball that high at Mark's age, I will be happy. I know. He is such a specimen, isn't he? 57 years old. He's so majestic. He doesn't age.
He's awesome.
He is very good. Really mysterious. Replace stone off with chugging gallon of beer.
Mark's crying.
Oh, Mark's crying. Don't say that.
Mark Felix is crying. He's been at World's Strongest Man. His first World's Strongest Man was 2004. Let that sink in. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm
You need a
okay.
hug?
I'm okay.
I'll be nice to
Mark's
you.
crying. Yes, thank you. Oh, I am
Liz
a
is
little
bit emotional.
Oh, Mark's
Really
crying.
like Mark. Yeah.
I'm just going to get tissue.
Right, while Auntie Liz goes and gets a tissue. Mark Felix, what a legend. Yeah, Mark is amazing. Let me check. Have we done this one? Sorry, I just jumped about and I don't want to miss anything. Here we go. Really mysterious. Replace stone off with chugging gallons of beer. I'm sure some of them would be good at that. Are you okay, Auntie Liz?
Okay.
Dustin M800, thank you very much for the super chat. Do we know how many fingers there are and what the weights are? Is there an odd number? There are 5 fingers. Now, I believe when I last did them, the last one is 320 kilos. That's the whole weight of the implant. I know they've kind of mentioned different weights in terms of balance points, but I remember it being 320 when I last did it, however many years ago that was.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's the same set. The first 2 are very easy. The third one's not that hard as well. The fourth one is a big jump up, and the fifth one is really hard.
Where did that go?
Go back up to this one first.
Oh.
Just because I want to make sure we haven't missed. Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure we haven't missed anything.
Yeah, no, we haven't. And lots of people getting emotional.
Paul is coming up next.
Legends cry. They do. And real men cry as well. Jacques, thank you so much for the super chat. I kind of wish Thor did not drop off the sport in his prime. I am a fan of the sport and thus Eddie and Thor both. But I feel they robbed the sport
Nice
for
to
personal
see
gain.
Someone that is a fan of them both. That's
yeah,
nice to
that's
see.
quite rare now as well. Would they fare against the current batch of heroes? Sorry if it's a topic you'd avoid. No, we think
don't mind if it's not a topic we mind talking about at all. Both of them are incredible strongmen. I would say Thor is a better all-round strongman. Eddie, one of the most determined men I've ever met and willing to go to dark places to do some of the things he was capable of doing. I think Eddie would have struggled to have a long career the way he was pushing his body to these extreme limits. I think Thor could have kept going quite comfortably and still been high level. I believe if both really wanted to, both could still be competitive. Absolutely. I believe Thor, give him 6 months, come in and he'll be a challenge for anyone.
Yeah. Oh, man. I didn't expect to cry.
So Paul is, I think he missed the first one. He's trying it again.
Please tell Mark about all the love in the chat. Oh, we absolutely will. Mark's a good friend of ours, which is probably why someone's like cutting onions. And yeah. Oh, just imagining Mark crying. I'd be a nightmare around him. I'd be like, Mark. But Mark likes being mothered, doesn't he?
Mark he's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, we can say all sorts of things, but Mark has done so much to help the sport.
Oh, he has. He's inspired
so many people.
Yeah.
He inspired me. He was one of the reasons I got into the sport, and he's still going beyond
he's still inspiring people all the time. What are your future goals training wise, Leslie, from Paris?
Right. Just very quickly, Paul only did one.
Oh, really? That's not good.
My future training goals, well, my immediate goals, I'm focused on the British Masters in May and then the World Masters in December. I've set myself a goal of trying to get within 90% of my all-time best while staying fit and healthy and enjoying a full life of doing other things, but just enjoying my strongman training. I've set a target of trying to get within 90% on the things that I need to do. So that would be cool if I can do that for the Masters. and I just want to enjoy it. I'm doing arm wrestling. I'm trying to do more fitness related kind of. I've got my sights set on doing a high rocks competition. Set myself some personal challenges on rowers and ski ergs. I just want to enjoy training and no longer focus on trying to be the absolute best.
Yeah.
I loved my time doing that, but I've got so many other things, obviously 3 children, a wife, businesses. I love promoting strongman and building the strongman sport as much as I can. And if I can inspire in any way, then that's great. And I'm just someone that loves training. So I just need something to train for. I'll probably do some grip comp, some arm wrestling, some fitness-based stuff, some strongman, and just enjoy my lifting. That I can enjoy the fact that I can still use my body.
Liz will not be shedding a tear for Brian. I bet you I do. And do you know what? I was thinking, shit, like, how can we because rooting for Rauno in the stone off means that the stone off and losing the stone off would be Brian's last event at World's Strongest Man ever. And that would be so wrong. Oh man,
Yeah,
now I'm
Rauno's
conflicted.
messaged me.
I see.
Yeah, he's not happy. Then he's just called himself an idiot and smiled.
Yeah.
So he's okay. He needs to fight.
Bless him. Oh man. It's an emotional year with these two going out, 2 true legends. And for someone saying they'll miss Daddy Cool, he is still going to be doing one-day shows. And for Brian fans, he is, of course, doing the Shore Classic this year, which will be his official final strongman competition. But it's the end of an era, and it is sad, but it's exciting as well to see all the new talent coming in. Obviously, Mitch Hooper last year, Jaco Schoonvinkel and Matt Ragg this year. It's an exciting time for strongman fans, but it's a really hard time too.
It is. Obviously it's emotional. Mark, great friend, someone we all look up to, but it's the right thing for him to do now. He's still going to do one-day shows. He's still going to be involved in the sport, still do the Masters. But Mark, it is the right time to step away. There are young, up-and-coming, talented athletes that deserve these spots.
Yeah.
And if we don't, as former great guys, kind of step back, if they just invite people like myself, Brian, you can't just keep inviting Brian and Zadrunas just because they were so good.
Brian's still doing really well.
Brian is, but let's say you can't just keep inviting him, is what I'm saying.
Not forever, not in like 20 years' time. No.
Brian was a bad example then, because Brian is still good enough. But Mark, he's held his own on a couple of events, but you need guys like Schoonvinkel coming in.
Yeah.
There's guys out there that are that level that we're not seeing because some of us has-beens, if you like, are kind of taking those spaces. And obviously we've helped grow the sport, and that's great. But now we need to let these new athletes come through and get the opportunities. And you know how passionate I am about that.
I know.
I won't ever compete at World's Strongest Man again, because even if I went to a Giants Live, which there's a possibility maybe I'd do something like that as a one-day show, but I wouldn't go to Worlds because there's no ambition from me to believe I can win Worlds anymore. No. I don't believe Mark Felix has believed he can win Worlds since 2006.
Yeah.
So if you don't believe you can, the new guys, at least they're going to get better.
Yeah.
Us older guys, we're not getting any better. Athor.
Oh, he's on number 7.
He's either done 6 or
7.
Possibly 7.
Possible pilot deviation, been at work, just caught up with results. Brian Shaw and Rauno Hayner.
6 for Athor.
Okay, cool.
Very good.
Oh, honestly, the stone off matchups, there's so many heartbreak situations here. We've got Tom Stoltman and Bobby in group 1. Then we've got Gav Bilton and Luke Stoltman in group 2.
6 for Athor in 27.66.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
That's really good. There you go. See,
doing good. I think someone said earlier that he could win this event.
Yeah, Matt Ragg and Ivers in group 3, and Mateusz out.
Athor would have been second in group number 3.
Brian Shaw is retired. Jaco won group 4, and Brian and Rauno in the stone off, which, as someone has pointed out, is a lose-lose situation. It is, because we do not want this to be Brian's last event at the World's Strongest Man. But also, Rauno was ignored for 12 years and didn't get an invitation. All the while, he should have been invited to World's Strongest Man, and he's finally here, and he wants to make the final, and we want it for him too. It's such a horrible time.
So it will be Trey Mitchell up next.
Deary me. We all love Mark Felix, everyone says. Athor looking strong. Athor's look great. Is Athor in a position to win the group?
He could, but with the low performances from some of the other guys,
It's
I can't.
very unlikely. Yeah. Rano was invited last year and he pulled out because he wasn't in shape for it. He got sick, and him pulling out actually gave us Mitch Hooper because
That's
Mitch took his spot. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the right thing for him to do. If he wasn't in shape, then.
But he did spend the whole of his 30s without an invitation, which is sort of prime strongman
Winning
years
international comps at that time.
Yeah. Yes, so many casual fans. Not us, though. We are the least casual fans in the world.
I am ultimate fan.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Yeah. Strongman has been my life now for 20 years. I am very passionate about it, very passionate about growing it and getting it bigger and better.
Big sad if Brian's last World's Strongest Man ends in a streak snap. Yeah, it would be. It would be really sad. Yeah. And fucking stone off. I played the stone off for everything.
Trey is coming out.
If you were Brian, would you invite Yako to the Shore Classic? I would wait and see how he does in the final. I would invite Pablo Cordiaca, Europe's Strongest Man, 100%. Yeah. I think we see how Yako does, but I mean, Yako's been amazing
so far,
and so well-rounded as well.
Yeah,
good at everything.
The one thing I will say, once you get into that international level and it's you're a regular at big comps, that becomes much harder than just training for one competition. But so far, he's done amazing.
Yeah,
and if he keeps backing it up, then absolutely.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Trey is waiting for the whistle.
That's how Mitch got invited to the Shore Classic last year, beating Brian in the groups. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, could well be.
First one goes over. Second one goes over.
Who's this, Trey?
Yeah, third one's over. Trey moving well. I've seen Trey do keg toss at Texas Strongest Man before.
Yeah.
And he's pretty good.
The Bond family asking if you the finals favour Brian. The final events are events that Brian has always been very good at. But
very good events for Brian.
Brian, in his absolute prime, was good at
not many weaknesses.
Exactly. So it's easy to say, oh, this looks good for Brian when he was good at so much. But it's going to be so interesting to see one who makes the final, because we're not there yet, and then how it goes down. I mean, it's been a real roller coaster of a ride already, hasn't it?
So Trey Mitchell,
all seven
for Trey.
For Trey. Well done, Trey.
Trey is. Yeah, I remember that Texas competition, and he was good.
Yeah,
7 in 34.42. That's good. Has anyone done better than that? I can't remember.
I've got a feeling because what time?
That was faster than Brian.
Really?
Yep, 7. And it's close with not as fast as Kilishkovsky. Okay. So Kilishkovsky is the fastest overall, but I believe Trey is the second fastest to do 7.
9:45. So this is due. Yeah, that would be about right. Actually, it's due to finish in 15 minutes. I was just seeing if they're on track, because if they're not on track, what's the likelihood that the stone off starts
there's
late?
Only one more athlete to go.
One more athlete to go. Evan. Yeah.
Evan.
Oof. Evan. Let's see what Evan can do. We don't see.
Trey's put the pressure on there to try and win the group.
Yeah.
And that could make it a bit more of an interesting stone off, I think.
Yeah.
If it's Athor versus Evan, game on. That could
very
be
interesting.
I think whoever goes into that in second has a big advantage.
Besides Brian and Mark, who's been there the longest? Magnus Samuelsson was there for a very long time. Terry Hollands.
So the most
Zadrunas. Magnus Samuelsson.
So I'm on 11. I think Magnus Samuelsson is on about the same.
No, I think he was on more.
Maybe 12 or 13. And Terry was on about 12 or 13.
I'll tell you now.
I think Felix 17 or 18?
18.
And Brian's on about 16 or 17. And Zadrunas was about 14.
Yeah. Most appearances is Mark, then Brian, then Terry, then Zadrunas, then Magnus Samuelsson, then Lawrence. You had 11. Magnus had 13. JF was there 11 times. Zadrunas
also Nick Best has done quite a few.
Nick was there 10 times. Yeah. Maris Pujanovsky 9 times. But yeah, Mark is.
So Dave Baxter says, Laws, if you were Bobby T, what are you thinking going against Tom and Stonoff? Are you beaten already? No, you should not be. If it was me, and it's what I've said to Bobby, focus on one stone at a time. Just dig deep and make him work. Obviously, Tom's the favorite, but make him work. Don't give up.
No.
Just make Tom
Never.
keep pushing you and keep doing what you can. You know, you're at World's Strongest Man. You fight till the end. I've said the same to Rauno. He's going, you know, he is the underdog, but make those guys work hard to beat you. Don't just give it to them. Push yourself as hard as you can, because they don't want to push as hard as they can. They want to get through as easy as possible.
Yeah. And they could panic and make a mistake.
Yeah.
And then it's yours for the taking, possibly.
You never know. I've seen strange things happen in Strongman where someone who's amazing at an event has just messed up. I've done it myself. I've seen it happen before. Nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Even if someone, you know, Novikov has won the dumbbell 11 times in a row.
Yeah.
There's still a chance that he doesn't win the next one.
As Hesh said, mistakes can always happen.
Absolutely.
Always.
And in hot weather, though, that can make stones a bit more tricky.
People can get the tacky wrong a lot of the time as well. Yeah.
Also, no one's really tested those amazing stone lifters on endurance on a stone. So who knows?
Yeah.
But, you know, yes, Tom's the favorite, Brian's the favorite, but they've got to fight and make them work.
Yeah.
So Evan is off.
Here we go. Let's see what Evan can do. I'm curious.
First one, no problem. Second one goes over. Third one goes over. Fourth is over. Seems a little bit slower than Trey, and we slowed down now on the fifth by the looks of things.
So it looks like 5 may have hit the boards, and he's doing it again, possibly, or because there's no typing happening, or he's stuck on 4.
He's either blitzed through it and our updates have just stopped, or
typing stuck on the 7th.
So I'm guessing
basically stuck.
He might be behind Aethor on this, but I think he'll still stay in second place.
Yeah.
We will wait for the official results, but yeah, if he's on this, like, the worst he can do is third place.
Okay.
So it looks like Trey Mitchell has won the group with Evan Singleton in second and Aethor in third place.
It's going to be a very, I think, quite evenly matched.
So he did do 6.
Evenly matched stone.
Not sure on his time yet, but it doesn't really matter too much to the overall. It will be Evan with the slight advantage on the stones against Aethor. Aethor in another stone off.
I know.
It's like the third one he's been in.
And we said he'll be in a stone off, could make the final again. Right, we need to wrap up very quickly. So last super chat, Douglas, do you know why World's Strongest Man isn't televised or at least live streamed?
Well, he did 6 in 28 seconds. That was quick.
Because they sell the exclusive rights to CBS and to Channel 5 is our understanding of it. But we know World's Strongest Man do want to make changes. They are trying to move it forward. It's just these things take time, and there are TV contracts.
So very quickly, just to update people, Trey Mitchell ends up winning group number 5. Evan Singleton and Aethor will be in the stone off.
Oh man,
we will be back for the stone off.
It's not long either. It's about.
Make sure you guys join us if you can. The stone off is going to be spicy. Both Stoltmans in stone offs.
Brian Shaw in the stone off. Rauno in the stone off.
Brian. It's going to be fun.
How will we ever cope?
We will be back with you guys shortly. We'll take a quick break. You guys go do that as well. Thank you once again for joining us, and we'll see you in about, an hour is it? Or...
It's not long at all. Yeah, it's like 11 p.m. our time.
Okay, about an hour and a half. So, guys, we'll be back soon. Take it easy.
There you go. Smile and wave.